Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock and welcome to the Watchalong of Manchester United playing Fulham in the Premier League. United are away at Craven Cottage today with the chance to extend, no, just stay top of the Premier League, all depending on what City's result is, and they are playing right now. And we'll be bringing you some updates during the pre-show as City playing Aston Villa, quite a big game for them. Like I said, they could be 3-0 up by the time, but I'm not too sure of that right now. We'll bring you the updates once me and Steve, when we sat there, bringing you the team news. Before all that though, let's have a look at what you guys are saying at home about tonight's game with Manchester United versus Fulham. Remember, every single game, you can send in your predictions to paddockmatchday@gmail.com. And here's some of what you guys have been sending in, as well as some familiar faces.
Hey everyone, Angelina here with my prediction for the Fulham game. Looking at where Fulham are in the table, looking at where we are in the table, this should be an easy win surely. I think it's really important that we carry on the momentum that we've managed to get recently. So I am going to go for a 3-0 victory, hoping we can keep another clean sheet on the score sheet. I would really like to see Fred, if he's playing, to get a goal, and I'll go with 2 for Marcus Rashford.
Hello, it's Ronaldo again, back with another prediction for the Fulham game, and it's a must win if we want to keep up the pressure, keep up the title charge, with City breathing down our necks and not just Liverpool as well. Games like this, nothing but a win is acceptable, and I fully expect us to get the job done. I think we've been playing well enough, we've got enough attacking threat up the pitch, I think we've started to improve defensively, and I believe that we'll put Fulham away. I predict it will be a 3-0 win to United, so fairly comfortable, fairly optimistic, but hopefully it happens.
Well, starting to feel like a proper title race now, isn't it? United are playing Fulham today in the Premier League, and it's a big game for both sides. Fulham are towards the end of the table, they'll be looking to get a result, and United as well. We need to start getting these results now, really start pushing on. Can't be dropping points to the likes of Fulham, but we've seen so far this season United have got results against these sides that they have struggled before in the past. The games against Villa, the games against Wolves as an example. United are getting these scabby 1-0 wins, and hopefully United can get another one of these today. It doesn't necessarily matter how United played today. I just want them to win. I just want them to keep going in that title race because it's so tight at the top.
JF Stretford Paddock, my prediction for tonight's game against Fulham is Manchester United to win 3-0. I think it'll be a comfortable victory for the Reds, but to be honest with you, I'll take any victory at all because all that matters is those 3 points to keep us in this title race.
All right, lads, I'm expecting a big win tonight. I think it's time to get our goal difference back up there, competing with Liverpool's and City's. I think that's going to pay dividends towards the end of the season if we are going to win this league. It also put us back top if we win, so make a statement. Let's put 3 past them, keep a clean sheet. 3-0 it's going to be. Come on, United.
Leicester winning last night, let's put the pressure back on United. With a game in hand, they've dropped back down into second place. So United need to keep on getting these wins and keep on pushing up back to the top of the table where they should be and where hopefully they can be at the end of tonight. So I hope United can win, obviously, and I think it should be a comfortable win. Fulham don't exactly have much going forward. I think United should have enough to see themselves off against them. So I'm going to say a comfortable 2-0 win to United.
Ross Murphy here with my Paddock matchday prediction. Manchester United are playing Fulham at Craven Cottage. After coming back from a decent point at Anfield, it's now time to build on that result and get a win against Fulham. I'm guessing, I think we'll probably have a rotated side. I reckon Bai will come back in. I reckon Telles might come back in. I think Greenwood will come back in. It's the question of, does Ollie play Donny or Bruno? I would like to see Donny play, but I wouldn't be surprised if he still went with Bruno because Bruno is still our best player and he's unplayable. So my prediction for this game, I'm going for a 2-0 Manchester United win. Come on, United.
Hello, Manchester United fans. Positive result against Liverpool. Next up is to go to Craven Cottage and beat Fulham and secure top of the league. Come on, boys.
Paddock match day, Notch here. Time for us to continue our quest for what many deemed the unthinkable a few months back, a potential title charge with our rivals Manchester City and Leicester City. Now, we'd be expecting to get the W today by the Thames, and Fulham are without their suspended left-back Robinson. So I wonder who we're going to field down our right-hand side today. I mean, is it going to be Rashford? Could be James? Could be Mata? Or could it possibly be Diallo? Or is it likely to be No? Well, I can see us winning 3-1, and Cavani will be the one to help us get the result we're craving at the Cottage. Trust the Notchta.
Thanks again for everyone who sent in their predictions. Make sure you get them in every single week. paddockmatchday@gmail.com to feature on the watch-along. Also this week we had the Premier League piss take. They've christened it, that's in Adam and Joe, have christened it the greatest show on the internet. I'm not too sure about that. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. So make sure you're giving that a watch. And this week they talked about who could be in a relegation battle. And if one team does go down, this is how Joe's going to celebrate.
Who's going to stay up this season, Adam? Sheffield United looked done and dusted, but then they beat Newcastle. They're gone. Even with that win.
Gone.
Gone. Burnley struggling a little bit.
No.
Fulham struggling.
Dyche isn't
Brighton
gonna go.
struggling a little bit.
Fulham, we'll talk about them later, but they're surprising me. Playing better football. I wrote Scott Parker off. I thought he'd be the first one to get sacked.
They
But
were very good.
they
the
are
other day.
playing better football. But still think they're gone. I think West Brom saved themselves, and at the expense of possibly Leeds United, who will come back into the mix.
Imagine if Leeds went
They
straight
will
back
come
down.
back into the mix. And Brighton aren't scoring enough goals. Danny Welbeck's injured. So I can see one of, Brighton, Leeds, possibly Burnley, Newcastle.
I reckon, I'm just going to come out and say it, I think it's set. Fulham, West Brom, Sheffield United, down.
That's not changing.
They're already 4 points adrift. West Brom 5 points adrift, and they've played a game more than Burnley. Burnley know how to stay in the Premier League.
Sheffield
Sean
are
Dyche
gone,
is good.
bro.
Sheffield United done. 5 points. What are you going to get? 35 points in 12 games.
I
11
reckon
games.
West Brom saved themselves.
20 games. You're not doing it.
West Brom saves themselves?
West Brom might save themselves, but Sheffield United are done. I don't think West Brom will. I think it's just too late. Decent couple of results, but I just think I don't think they've got enough time.
They're only 1 point behind Fulham.
Yeah, but they played a game more than them.
And Fulham are in the relegation zone too, so
Exactly.
that will help.
Exactly. And Fulham are 4 points from safety. Do you know what? If Leeds went down, imagine, right? Here's what I would do in celebration. I'd go out for a run, or I'd just stand in position. I'd stand in place like this, and I'd just do this so that I'm rubbing my heels on the back of my shoes till I built up massive blisters, and then I'd pop them both in celebration. Ta-da! Yeah. Pleasure and pain all at once,
why?
Adam. What?
Why?
Because that's what they deserve.
How do you even think
A
of things like
dirty
that?
protest right in my shoes is.
Disgusting, that, Joe. Like, that's... Where do you think of things like that? Anyway, make sure you're going and checking out Premier League Piss Take for more chaos like that. And they talk about Jurgen Klopp being absolutely rattled as well, so make sure you go and check that out. So throughout the transfer window, we go live with Transfers Live a couple of times a week. So make sure you're subscribing and make sure you're hitting that notification bell to find out when we are on.
If we want him, just get him. I'm just a bit sick of it all now with Sancho.
I think these, go on.
He's a good player. We know how good he is. I know he's young and he's not been around for 10 years, but he's been one of the best wingers in the world for a couple of years. He's having a bit of a dip this year, but let's just go out and get him. If he's the right man, then get him, because we're taking so long and we've still got this gap. Another season has gone by where we've got this gap at right wing. We've still got no right wingers. The last time United bought a right winger that was meant to be going into the first team squad was Antonio Valencia. Since then, you can call Di Maria one maybe, but he plays off the left, he plays as number 10, he plays all over the place. Valencia is the last one I can think of that was bought with a view to starting games for Manchester United at right wing. That's nearly 10 years ago. I think it was 9 years ago we got him from Wigan. So we're sort of taking the piss a little bit in that position. Marcus Rashford's played out there. We've seen Dan James play out there. We've seen Martial even play out there a few times down the years. United are desperate for a right winger. And if it's not Jadon Sancho, then hurry up, move on and get the next person. But Honigstein there was talking about a potential fee for United and the fact that apparently United are kind of saying, you're still giving us pre-COVID prices here, and we want to pay COVID prices. And Dortmund are like, yeah, well, we don't have to do anything else. But I do think that at some point, Dortmund are going to have to come down on that £120 million asking price, because there are very few players in the world worth that in the current market. We've seen from this January that no clubs are being able to sort of buy or sell anyone because the market is so difficult. The finances across football are so difficult at the moment. I don't think they can possibly stand there and say he's still worth 120 million when he's had a worse season. He's clearly distracted. He clearly wants to leave, and no football clubs or businesses in the world have got any money. They're going to have to budge on that slightly, and if they don't, we need to move on. And it's as simple as that, really. I don't think we can stick around 2-3 more years waiting for Jadon Sancho. If Dortmund won't sell him, if United won't, be up for paying that money, then we have to get someone else in.
We have some merchandise over on our Big Cartel store. If you go to stretfordpaddock.bigcartel.com, you can check that out. We've got some brand new designs coming out very shortly, and also for our members, they will get an exclusive discount. So if you're not already a member, click that link below. Have a look at what you can get as a member. You'll get extra content, more giveaways, as well as a member's discount on our merchandise. That is all for the pre-match show. Make sure you are getting involved on Twitter using hashtag PaddockMatchday. Make sure you are sending in your predictions to every single game, paddockmatchday@gmail.com. And now, over to me and Steve.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Hi, everybody at home. Thank you for joining us. This is Stretford Paddock. This is the Watchalong, or A-long.
Watchalong? Watchalong?
Watchalong.
I don't know. Along sounds all right.
Long.
Okay, move on. Let's go. Let's keep
Playing Fulham.
We are.
Are we third yet? What score City?
Still 0-0.
Nil point.
Does that mean
nil
we're
point?
third? Is there a point? Are they a point behind us or 2 points behind us? I think they're 2 points behind us. 1 point behind. So, is that 1 point now, Cam, or 1 point? Don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know, but they're kind of nearly.
Don't worry
third.
about it.
We're nearly third, but
live table.
Live table is
still
second. We are still currently second. We're 1 point behind the Leicester City people. Who looked pretty good last night against Chelsea. They've got some good footballers.
They played Chelsea.
They did play Chelsea, who are woeful. Woeful.
Do you know what as well? There was a time when Vardy went through in and he just pulled it left of the goal. And it was the weirdest, everything stopped. Vardy just ran into the box on his own. I'm like, this is a fucking goal. And then he missed. And I don't know, it was just bizarre. I was just like...
He tried to chip the keeper?
No, I think he just passed it left of the goal.
Yeah, he was... it wasn't very good. But still, they beat Chelsea 2-0. Chelsea poor. Really, really, really bad at football.
How was he still in a job? Oh, speaking of which, Simon Jordan, let's have a fight. Because your opinions are ridiculous.
Because his opinion is that Lampard's going to do better than Solskjaer.
Yeah, so again, TalkSport have just got this entire fucking thing now. They've made the bed and they're like, we're just going to hate United forever.
And the other thing, it's amazing last night that when I couldn't actually find, I wanted to see who was on the United game when United played Everton, and that was the one that was christened that if Solskjaer loses this, he loses the job. I was expecting there'll be loads of scousers that can take the mick. The big game where Frank Lampard is, there's loads of rumours coming out, if he loses this, he loses his job. Who do we get on? His cousin. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Imagine if they'd
Jamie
have had
Redknapp, do you think your cousin's getting sacked?
No.
No. Mate.
And look,
do better.
The thing is, there's a lot of things. Yes, maybe he should be given more time. He's been given a lot of money. And also, if Simon Jordan came out and said, look, I still think Chelsea are going to do better in the long run because they've got a better team and they've got a better squad.
He just has to bring Ollie into it, though. It's bullshit.
If they'd have said, look, I think Chelsea over the next 5 years will still do better than United, you can kind of go, maybe. They've spent money, they'll do it again. Even if they sack Lampard, they're going to give the next manager a bit of money. They may get back to being title winners within 18 months, 2 years' time with more money.
Maybe.
But to say that Lampard's probably not going to last the season.
Lampard might not last a month.
Or the week. Or today.
And I was talking about this on Twitter last night, and I was saying, I can't wrap my head round how he's not gone yet. Roberto Di Matteo, remember him?
Won the Champions League for him.
At the time was a Chelsea legend. Didn't he win the league and the Champions League and the FA Cup?
Yes.
Right? At the time, he was considered a Chelsea legend.
Yes.
Right? So you can't even say, Lampard's a legend, that's why he's getting a bit more time. Do you know where they were in the table when he got sacked, Di Matteo?
Fourth or something like that?
Third. 4 points off top. For what?
Standards.
He's only 2 points off fucking Arsenal.
What's the standards back then, Steve? Just the standards back then. That was the standards that everyone had back then.
And they didn't spend $250 million.
They might have done before, few years before that. He had done, but still, at the same time,
absolute madness.
It is
like
madness.
it was, and I think I can't make unless you go right. Well, Roman's gone. What we've done for the last 17 years of my reign as Chelsea owner, I'm going to do something different now. And you go, all right, fair play. But when you look at the Chelsea and Real Madrid, the average length of a manager there is like 10 months.
Yep. Like, they just get rid of them.
Because
the
like, nope. Like, you got rid of Ancelotti, you won him a double. You got rid of Roberto Di Matteo, you won him the fucking Champions League, which was supposedly his whole Holy Grail thing that he was there for.
They got rid
and
of
he was
Mourinho.
in third place, and he's like, get the fuck out.
They got Mourinho, who's been their best manager twice. Twice they got rid of him. Madness.
Don't get it.
But anyway, forget that. United, we're good at football still, a little bit. Not that bad. Not as bad as Chelsea.
Not quite top of the league.
Not quite top of the league. Hopefully we'll be after tonight.
We can be after
points.
tonight, that's
Yep.
the one. Yeah. And this is the thing, is it's tight like a tiger in round where we are
Properly
now.
like a tiger.
Proper tight like a tiger. And it's just about, can you just do what everyone else is doing, win as many as everyone else, and not drop off the first or the second or the third? Because there's like 6-7 teams in there now.
Yeah.
Some would refer to that as the top 6. Some of the big 6. Alex was arguing with people on Twitter today.
I went full J Motti today. Decided to argue with some random person on Twitter that said Bruno's not very good against the big 6 and the big 6. The big 6.
The thing is, though, didn't look at the combined performance against the big 6.
We've been shit.
Of Salah, Firmino, and Mane.
I didn't get into it.
The big 6 are hard games, won often by a fucking goal.
Yeah, and we've proved at many times, even when Hazard was playing for Chelsea, he was there one thing. You can man-mark him out of the game, team don't look very good. There are teams doing that more against Manchester United now, and they're doing it to Bruno. They know that he is the threat. Yeah. The thing that happens is, if you have other players contributing, they can't do that.
Marcus, Martial, Pogba.
Everyone has to step up.
One of these fuckers has to step up.
They have to step up. Because my end of the argument was, well, fuck it, just drop him then. Let's put someone else in. I'm like, but there isn't that person. Who is that person to say, let's drop Bruno and who are you going to put in the team? Because Pogba hasn't done it either. And he has been much better in the recent weeks, but he's not done it either. There's no other player that can fill that role that Bruno's been doing. And to say that he's not very good against the big 6, I said it's an arbitrary thing, the big 6. Because you've got Chelsea in there, who I can make, they were doing okay at the start of the season. You can probably say that was the biggest game. But to discount how he's played against Leicester this season...
Uncle Sam says stop swearing, my daughter's watching. Well, I didn't ask her to.
Sorry. But to discount what happened against Leicester, where he got a golden assist and they're now top of the league, you can't discount that. He then said, I then said the Everton game, who are 4th, and Everton always a very big game. He said the other argument was, well, yeah, but there's no hype or build-up around those games as much as there are. I said, well, what about the Leeds game that was hyped up to be the return of Leeds to Old Trafford? They've not played in years.
16 years!
16 years, where Bruno went, all right then, I'll run the show. Because your argument is that it's...
I saw this against Ronaldo. Remember him? He was good.
Remember him, he was all right.
Ronaldo doesn't turn up against the big teams. Not really. Here's the definitive thing on those in the big games. The bigger teams are better equipped to deal with your best threats. That's it.
Yeah.
And they know what your best threats are, and they say, well, do you know what? We're going to double mark him and hope that we keep him quiet because he's the main outlet for this football team.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes that player can escape it. Sometimes the press or the plan for that player doesn't work. Maybe you switch him on a wing, you do something different. Or somebody else steps up, you still get the 3 points and no one gives a fuck.
Well, look what we did against Liverpool this weekend. We went, their threat is that front 3. If they play well today, we're in trouble. Okay, so we're going to sit back a bit more. We're going to play a defender that likes to sit back in Lindelof a bit more. Sure, and Wan-Bissaka do it, and it works.
Yeah. Apparently the guy in the Adidas jumper looks like a Steve.
I'm not a Steve.
Well played.
You're a Steve.
Shout out to Chesney from Coronation Street as well for sending in a preview this morning. Didn't expect that. How's Michael doing? We've got a quick super chat there from Stefan Johan Jonstad. Do you get all the fuss around Van der Beek? He hasn't impressed me, and the other midfielders has. Doesn't seem to make sense to give him games. 3-0 United. Yeah, he has impressed me, actually. I thought he was fantastic against Southampton, which is virtually the last time that we saw him. So, I don't think he's match fit, and I hope he's like got Rocky music on, headbands, and
Just
like chasing chickens and shit.
Constantly. I'm not sure. I'm not sure all the fuss is his preferred position. For as much as people say to him, he can play in the 6, he can do what McTominay does. That's not what he's brought to do. It's not what he's going to do. His preferred position is to play either where Pogba is or where Bruno is, and those two are quite good at football. Bruno has been on form. You've now seen Pogba doing it, improving. He's not as good as them, even though he's very good. Now, could you fit them all 3 in? Potentially. I'm hoping they can eventually.
I want to see Donny tonight. Right, before we get into all of that though, I'm going to throw you over to me, where I'm going to talk you through what I think the Fulham are going to offer us. But before we go, or when we get back, I've got a request. Now, I've just said I think Donny van der Beek should be getting fit, chasing chickens, listening to Rocky music.
Okay.
I want to know your top 3 Rocky music songs.
Ooh.
Take it away. Right then, next up for Manchester United is Fulham. After all the hype of what's just gone on with the Liverpool game, I hope United don't make this one very complacent, but I do think this is an opportunity for us to at least slightly rotate. I'm not talking about a full rotation. I am just talking about a little bit of freshening up. Long season, many competitions to play, and boy, do we need some minutes in some legs for some other players. Now, United's last matches, obviously we've had the Watford, the Burnley and the Liverpool game. We've had 3 clean sheets, but we've only scored 2 goals. That needs to change, otherwise we're going to find ourselves in a little bit of trouble, a little bit of aggro going forward with that. Next 3 games, obviously Fulham, Liverpool in the Cup at weekend, and then Sheffield United on the other side of that. I would like us to be picking up 3 wins, but, let's be honest, it's going to be a tough ask, especially with the Liverpool FA Cup game. It's going to depend on where Ollie's going to place all his chips. I don't think you can go strong in both. I think you're going to have to mix it up just a little bit. Last 3 for Fulham, they had a 2-0 win versus QPR. They drew with Spurs and they lost to Chelsea. Next 3 fixtures, they've got United, they've got Burnley in the FA Cup, and then they've got Brighton on the other side of that. Now, predicted 11 for Fulham. Scott Parker's pretty much consistently stuck with a 3-5-2 for the majority of their league campaign, and I reckon he's going to be using that same system again. Areola will start in goal with Adara Bioyo, Anderson and Ole Aina starting as the 3 centre-halves. Tate will be the right wing-back. However, Anthony Robinson starts a 3-match ban after being shown a straight red card for a reckless challenge on Azpilicueta in their 1-0 loss to Chelsea last time out. So I think Joel Bryan, who scored against United in his last time out at Bristol City, is likely to be the replacement. Anguissa, Reed and Cordova Reed will probably start in midfield, but we could possibly see Ruben Loftus-Cheek as he is available after missing Fulham's defeat to his parent club Chelsea at the weekend. And I think it'll be Lookman and Cavallero who will most likely lead the line for them up front. Now, Starman, I think it's probably Lookman. He's been pretty much the only danger man from Fulham this season, and I reckon United are going to have to keep a pretty close eye on him. He's the joint top scorer with 2 goals. He's also the top assist maker with 3 assists in the Premier League this season. He likes to dribble. He's got 2.6 successful dribbles per game, which is more than any other Fulham player. And he's got 2.2 shots per game, which is also more than any other Fulham player. And he also creates, on average, 1.6 key passes, more than any other Fulham player. So when we say it's probably going to be the danger man, he's probably going to be the danger man. Now, he proves that he's a threat going forward, and United's back line will have to work hard to keep him out. I expect United are going to play a high line, which is why I'll be going with Baye to deal with him.
I agree on Eric Baye.
Do you?
I want to see him playing tonight. I think especially against this team, we're going to be a lot higher up. They're not going to be like it was. Rotate as well. And I think that the pace and everything like that Eric Baye brings, I would definitely have Eric Baye start.
Right, what's your 3 Rocky songs?
I can't give you 3 off the top of my head.
I can't tell you how sickened and disgusted I am at your attitude more than anything.
I can't. If you'd have told me, maybe I should have been researching this in the ad break or the break that we had there.
Ryan Hitchens says Burning Heart of Hearts on Fire from Rocky 4. Right, that's 2 different songs. It's my 23rd birthday today. Happy birthday, Peter.
Happy birthday, Peter.
So a win today would be great. My dad reminds me every year how we got beat 1-0 at the Dell the day before I was born.
That's nice of him, innit?
Yeah. Shut up, Dad. Smell of old people. Right, here is the definitive top 3. Or argue if you want, I guess. Right, Burning Heart.
Okay.
Top Rocky tune.
You've got this as a playlist, haven't you, for when you go to the gym?
Fucking undoubtedly.
Yeah, this
It's
is all
musical
you listen to.
steroids. Are you fucking insane?
Go on.
I
Next one.
was skiing once and a guy overtook me singing Hearts on Fire. And that's how you know it's good. Anyway, Hearts on Fire is number 2.
Yeah.
But the number 1 of your Rocky tunes, No Easy Way Out. That's it.
All good.
Eye of the Tiger's too cheesy. And if you ever go to a fight and someone comes out to Eye of the Tiger,
Yeah,
bet
you've
on
won.
that knobhead to lose.
Yeah. Super chat from Big Dosser.
Big Dosser.
By no means.
Read
am I
it
Martial.
like you are Tyson Fury.
I seen him in Costco the other week. He wasn't wearing a mask.
Stop stalling and read it out.
By no means.
He wasn't.
Martial hater.
By no means am I a Marshall hater. I rate him massively. But you do think he's a striker to fire Sir Premier League title? 4-win tonight, easy.
Makes me miss Kieran as well, because he used to be good at that accent. Martial, I don't think, is he the main striker that's going to nick you all the goals you need to get you to that?
Dosser.
I'm not sure he is.
I'll fight any man born from his
I
mother.
think that you can have Martial as your main striker and have Cavani.
He's never seen a fighter or a man like me.
Why are we still what have you been drinking?
Danger Zone, Top Gun. What's your best Top Gun tunes?
Why are we on this? Trying to talk about
Crap
football.
80s music.
Wasn't born in the 80s.
From amazing 80s films.
My God. Can we just move on? Can we talk about Anthony Martial a little bit?
Nate Bennett says, I hope this is the game Greenwood kicks off. I'm all for patience, but it's time to get your head right and get in the game. This is Man United. Okay, I mean, Jesus Christ, it's been a few months.
It has been a few months. I do think that, going back to the Martial comment, saying that is he the striker to do it, I think the way of getting around the fact that he's not going to be the one that gets those nitty-gritty goals, the little toe poke goals, is that you have 6 players that score 15, 20 goals a season. And I think that's what we're missing at the minute. We're missing Greenwood scoring them goals. We're missing Cavani chipping in with the goals, Martial chipping in them with goals, maybe even someone else off the bench that can score another 10 goals or something like that. Even Pogba, maybe he can chip in with a few more. If you get that to be the case...
Joel Page says, can you look up a video you did about 4 years ago, the top 10 best youth players? It was on this channel, wasn't it?
It was on this channel, kind of. Not, yeah.
Aaron Kerr says, Donny's an excellent technical footballer, surprisingly good in the press. He can play high-intensity foosball, as is proven in the Ajax Champions League run. He needs minutes in his early days. Yeah, like I said, this is why we're talking about Rocky. He needs Rocky music. Right then, the team is in. Big Dave is in there. Any shocks with that?
Nope.
No, I don't think so. We've got Bailey and Maguire at centre-half.
Like that.
Shaw and Wan-Bissaka to either side of them. And a midfield of Pogba, Fred and Bruno. And up front, Greenwood, Marshall and Cavani. Was that the leaked team that we all saw?
That was the leaked team that we all saw. There it is.
Can we have a look at the bench, please, so I can talk people through the bench?
The bench.
Cameroon.
We're getting to
Thank
the
you.
bench.
So it's Henderson, Alex Telles, Tuanzebe, James, Mata, Matic, McTominay, Van der Beek, and of course, the Prime Minister.
Pretty good. I'm happy about that team. Luke Shaw, we're not going to get
Van der
into.
Beek, though?
Why not Van der Beek, though? Because Bruno's going to play every single minute for the rest of time. That's the thing. And I think that he wanted to play Pogba. I think Pogba is hitting that momentum. I think that...
fuck off, Fulham. Fulham have put their team out in numerical order, which
same as ours.
Absolutely fucks you when you're trying to figure out who they're playing. I do remember Adarabiar... Oh, fucking hell. Adarabiar... Put it on the screen so I can read it. Adarabiayo. 4 takes that took me in my preview. 4 fucking takes.
Really good job.
Adarabiayo.
Ruben Loftus.
Say it fast. Adarabiayo.
Adarabiayo. Loftus Cheek starting.
Cavaliero.
Lookman, Reed, Bryan, Anguissa, Aina.
Aina.
They had the wing back who got suspended for that fantastically bad challenge on Azpilicueta that was nowhere near ever going to be anything other than a red card because he'd just gone straight through.
Foul's part of football. You should know that.
Yeah, so he got sent off, and also I believe was it Reed who plays in midfield?
Yeah, I got him wrong. No, the other Reed.
Not that Reed, another Reed.
Another Reed. And I put him in my preview team, but he's
had the totting up order. Mitrovic on the bench, which he wasn't in the last game against Chelsea, so potential.
Let's have a look at the
problem.
comments there, Cameron.
Go on, head over to the comments. I'm a fan of this team. I went for that front three in my preview because I always want to give Marcus a rest because he's one of them. He's like Bruno. He's played through.
Adara Biayo.
Shouting names at me. So he plays through a lot of games, but also Marcus has obviously been carrying injuries, which people tend to ignore about Marcus Rashford. So I'm glad to see him get a rest this week.
Raya says, haven't you been watching the UFC today? I was just showing Alex before. There's a chick that we know that was at IMAFs. That's just absolutely fucked some girl's world up.
Yeah. So
Man on. Man on!
Man on. Great. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this team. What do you want to see, Donny?
I did want to see Donny because I think you're running out of reasons to not play the fucker at the minute. And Ollie's like, oh, Bruno's not tired. Fucking isn't he? You're the manager. You make the fucking decisions. And you go, well, I'm going to need this blonde kid ready for some point in the back end of the fucking season.
Pep's just taken off De Bruyne with half an hour to go.
For you. And it 0-0.
At 0-0.
Bottled it. Fucking bottled it. Absolutely bottled it.
Tactical yellow card suspensions coming up is also said by Callum.
Who's he brought on for?
Jesus. De Bruyne's injured. No, he's not.
Okay.
He's lying to us as our producer. Tactical yellow card. There is a few. There's Luke Shaw, who's on his 5-gamer coming up, but they all get wiped if they don't get booked tonight anyway. So it's not too bad. So Donny is the Dutch hander.
Adara Biayo!
I don't know what. Apologise to the headphone users that Steve's just... I can't talk now because Steve shouted at me that much about utter wibble. What are you doing? Anyway, didn't see the situation, just saw the sub. But yeah, De Bruyne is off. It's great to see. Be a good point for us, that, wouldn't it? If they drop points tonight.
Fantastic, yeah, because Villa could fucking overtake us if they keep playing the way they have been doing.
Yep.
And did Villa have about 35 minutes rest before this game?
Yeah, and they've all been because they had COVID, didn't they? All of them, so they've kind of been isolating. Jackie gets kicked. Okay, moving on. So, United team. That's what we were talking about. I'm reading comments and shouldn't be reading comments because there's no context to them. The team, back four. We've gone through that. We don't need to go into Luke Shaw today. We've done that on every single one of these. We've explained why Steve doesn't like him, why he had a very good game against Liverpool, but that shouldn't be the means of everything. He's played okay, can do better, moving swiftly on.
That's the problem with football Twitter, is that it's basically like someone has one good game, and you can agree or disagree on it, but for me he's had one good game. And he was man of the match last week, no doubt about it. But people will be like, see, like he was good in that game, but you're acting like that's what he was like for the last fucking year, and it's not been the case. On that note, a yeehaw since we last lost away from home is fucking ridiculous.
It is very good. 12 wins and 4 draws is the stat, which is 16 games.
It's not a lot of
football.
football. I wonder what happened.
Is that COVID thing going about? Anyway, but 12 games, 12 wins, 4 draws, fantastic record.
It's big at the top of the league.
It is
United
very
Kingdom's
good.
fucking right top of the league, isn't it?
So done very well in terms of that. One little comment about this team that I'm going to mention: Fred and Pogba as the two. That's not the norm. Usually when Pogba plays in this midfield too, Nemanja Matic
we played that recently. I've predicted that loads.
You
I can't
predicted
remember
that
which way it was.
but I've not seen Pogba and Fred together.
But this was my whole issue about it. Basically, you go 4-3-3 with that. See, Rooms goes, so obvious when Steve's had a drink. I haven't had a fucking drink.
He's not. He's just giddy.
But big up Stretford, Paddock FC, Norway.
Yeah.
This is 4-3-3, essentially.
It is 4-3-3.
You're going to see Fred sit down in the middle and just chill. And Pogba's going to be given you're going to need that because I do think this is 3-5-2 from Parker, and I do think it's them going to be parking the bus to a certain degree. And I do think they're going to make it tough and tight for us. And you need as many creative players going forward.
We did the preview yesterday, and they mentioned that a couple of...
fucking Cavani starting.
I like Cavani starting. I just like Cavani. He's good, isn't he? It's good to see him.
Cavani scores tonight. We've got a T-shirt to drop.
We do.
And we've also got one if Marshall scores. Or isn't as shit as he was against Liverpool.
Egbert has said, with Rashford and Van der Beek on the bench, do you think they'll both play against Liverpool at the weekend? Up the Paddock.
Oh, listen, fuckers. I want to see Up the Paddock spammed in this chat, or I'm not talking again for the rest of the day. What was the question?
It was about Rashford and Van der Beek potentially playing against Liverpool.
See, I'm very interested to see how this goes down with what Ollie's going to do with the FA Cup.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by it.
I think there's half a chance that the Klopp fucks it off.
But I think there's half a chance that Ollie fucks it off as well.
That's a good point, well made.
But I don't know. The problem with playing, especially in the early rounds of the Cups, is that you're playing...
Up the RH in a minute.
Yeah, up the RH in that. Is if you play City, if you play Liverpool, there's something else about it where you just go, I don't care whether we're trying to foot this off or not. We have to put a team out. We have to beat this lot. I don't care what you do.
So, don't want to lose a fucking coin toss to them.
Never. Whereas if this was any other team, it was Arsenal, and you rotated and you lost, and you'd be like, it's Arsenal. Like, we've fucked it off. It's fine. Doesn't really matter.
Do you know what I was watching earlier?
Go on. Was it a football thing?
Yeah.
Was it?
I also watched a geezer and his chick giving a tour of a £1.25 million flat in London. I just think, how any of you live in London is beyond me because honestly, it's smaller than this fucking studio. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, that was what I was watching. Captain's Log 2, 94-95 season. Eric's been banned. It's not good. Loads of fucking nil-nils all over the gaff.
Yeah.
And Steve Bruce sort of puts it on vlog style. I mean, it's this big.
Yeah.
He's not doing this.
Yeah.
It's fucking enormous, big studio TV camera. And he sits there pondering to himself. He's like, we're just about to go to the stadium and then we're going to get on the coach and we're going to go to the hotel because we're playing at Anfield tomorrow. He goes, and Fergie always likes to, even though it's only 15 minutes down the road, he goes, he likes to, stay overnight. He's like, wonder why we don't do that for Everton now.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you don't wonder. You know exactly why.
Yeah.
But it's interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Interesting.
Why did that mean we resting people against Arsenal? I don't know, but anything like that.
What?
Well, I said something and then you just went on about that kind of stuff. Have you read Jamie's Soconomics essay yet?
Not yet. I've been doing some very important pitch deck related shit.
He has been doing something like that. Right.
Good though, innit?
It's good.
Well
good.
good. Well good.
Let's have a look. Ross Murphy, Stephen, I missed you on the watch along against Newcastle when you let a far off. Got Jonah Adam pink eye, Alexander in the background laughing so far. When was that? That's a while ago.
Was we drunk? I think we might have been drunk.
You were drunk. That was the Newcastle game. Was just you drinking.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I was off camera having a drink, but you were drinking. You were drunk. Joe and Adam were like, "Who is this guy we've got with us?" So
I don't like doing the watch-alongs because I don't think, and I mean, unless I'm drinking, and then that's different.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm entertaining enough because I want to shut the fuck up and watch the actual game.
The problem is when especially when we did the watch-alongs against, there was a lot on the old Paddock where we did the watch-alongs, and we go, did you say any of that? Because we were just having a laugh, talking about nothing compared to the game whatsoever.
I have a good laugh doing them, but if you want me to, I obviously do a lot of content after the game that relies me having watched the fucking game, so I can't. Yeah. Here's the thing: when I'm talking, I ain't taking in what's going on. This, literally, where our camera is right there, there's the City game on behind it.
You can't do it.
And I wouldn't have been able to tell you a damn thing that's happened in that game apart from De Bruyne went off about 5 minutes ago. Now, I just won't have a clue. So, I don't know how anybody that does watch-alongs can give you a proper fucking detailed opinion afterwards.
Steve's probably one of the people where Steve can talk to you, but I've got to send this email. Like, well, can I talk to you whilst... No. It's when Steve's doing this, that's it. Out, that's what Steve's doing. So if Steve's talking about rum, which we've done before,
or barbecue,
again, you're not watching football.
No.
So
I like to go and watch it upstairs and sometimes make notes and do nerdy shit like that and draw pictures on team sheets and things like that. But
I usually put comments over them, don't I?
Yes.
Yeah, not like that.
But I don't take the game in properly when I'm doing it. So I think it makes everything else that I do, from the reviews to the 5 things, I think it makes them worse when I'm on the watch-alongs. And ultimately, when one mystical day, when we're going to be allowed in the stadium again, I won't be able to do them. So.
Oh, Villa nearly scored a goal. Villa nearly scored a goal.
Happy Nige says they only read super chats. I forgot as a poor man. Unlucky.
You wasted it now.
When I'm in the stands for my local MLS side, I don't really watch the game either, just getting pissed and drinking and having a good time. Aaron says, I think most of us like your presence on the watch along. I just can't do it, mate. It's just, I come down at half time to give them guys a break and give you my thoughts for the first half, but, I can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Dan Dined, if you are there, he is in the comments. He's the big winner. He is the big winner.
Has he given us his address yet?
Dan Dine, go on to the PS5. I've commented. Just let us know. You've got to leave me your email address or social, whatever you want to do. Comment on that post right now. I've done it. Go on there, and when I go back up, once we're all done here, we can get everything
Oliver Lewis
sorted.
says, Steve, could you set up a GoPro to record your reactions? Well, where we watch upstairs is a big table, and we could swing the camera in my office round and record it on OBS, couldn't we?
Could do.
We could actually even stream it just to members, with no audio, in case any libelous shit gets said.
The thing is, you've got Ronaldo up there who's doing conspiracy theories all first half as well, which is a problem. Just saying, I want a PS5 also. We might be giving away another one, so join and become a member.
We're either going to give away another PS5 or it is going to be a bath of Andy Tate, but you've got to bring your own Gregs. Apparently he's done it.
You've done
nice
it.
One, Dan.
Right,
well
perfect.
played.
I'll sort that out when I go back up. And
would you do a watch along if we only have to win the last league game? Yeah, because if we're doing that last league game, I ain't doing 5 things. I ain't doing a review. I'm gonna be naked and fucking smashed.
Because the watch along for that is just, it's going to be us really nervous, so we're not going to talk. No one is probably going to talk unless we score, unless we're 3-0 up. And then if we are 3-0 up, we're just going to be drinking and dancing around and stuff. And it won't be a review, 5 things. It will just keep going with us just getting more and more drunk.
Yeah, and more people coming around. Is that Ian Brown? Yeah, come on. Like,
that's all it would be. It would just keep going like
Joe, we built our own bar.
We have built our own bar.
We have built our own bar.
More and more videos will be going in that bar very shortly.
Saturday we're putting the lighting in for the background. We're almost ready to rumble though.
It's going to be good. We can soundproof it and all that kind of good stuff. And there's a few more videos we're going to do up there.
60 bottles of rum up there as well, so bring on the apocalypse. I'm not fucking leaving.
There we go. Will Steve get a Luke Shaw tattoo if we win the league?
Fuck no.
I like that one.
Absolutely not.
What tattoo will you get if we win the league?
None.
No tattoos?
Will you take your top off again like you did?
Oh, that was a bad time.
Do you know what? I love the fact that even though we're sitting here half joking about winning the league,
it could happen.
We can actually have a conversation about winning the league, which makes such an improvement.
And I don't want to kiss a death hit, but this game, even just this being nervy, and if City win this 1-0, it still does it as well. It still proves the point as well. There's going to be loads of games for every single team in and around that top 4 that is this. Aston Villa, who aren't part of the big 6, you fucking stat weirdos, who are going to challenge teams like City, they're going to challenge teams like United, they're going to challenge teams like Liverpool. They've beaten Liverpool 7-2 already this year.
European Cup to the name.
They've got European Cup.
Unlike City.
These are going to challenge it. Aston Villa, by the way, who are 11th, if they win their games in hand, they're 2nd. Which is mad.
This league's bananas.
They have got 4 games in hand.
Roon's saying how that Stretford Paddock FC Norway flag doing. I haven't ordered it yet because I don't know if you noticed, there's no fucking games. And also, can't get into the stadium.
It's no good.
Everything's depressing. They are, I think, they've not confirmed this yet. There's a million emails flying around. But I think our league's getting null and voided.
It's looking likely. Because it's looking likely that all the non-league football's going, isn't it? So it's madness. It's madness how they're doing it. And for us, it's annoying, obviously, that we've started, and especially your team.
Rez is getting on?
Fantastically well. Okay. First team's doing well. But it's
Rez
more
is doing fantastic, yeah.
They're doing all right. They're good group of lads.
What's your record?
Why are we saying things
I just wanted to know.
We've won 50% of our last 2 games. Let's go on that one then. How about that? Up the road.
He says he's won 50% of his last 2 games, and how many games did you win before that?
Don't want to talk about that. The media underestimates United so much. I do think they do and they don't, because there is a very good reason why they're underestimating us, is that the fact that we've been shit for so long.
Yeah.
And that this team, with only 1 real starter being added to it, was shit 12 months ago. It was not... it wasn't great 12 months ago.
When I was saying, top 6 opponent, Leicester, getting a draw there, I'm disappointed because it was in our hands to win this thing.
Yeah.
But ultimately, that's the team that's top of the league.
Yeah.
That's a good point away from home.
It is. And people, that's the whole, again, this argument I had today about Bruno. Bruno played very well against Leicester City. And Leicester City should be counted as a very big game because they're top of the league. That's quite a big. Is that not a big game? Is that not? Does that not constitute a big game? The team that is now
Brendan
top.
Rodgers is the manager. Matthew Sargent says, "Tell you what, I've had a terrible day. So up the paddock for cheering me up."
That's what we're here for.
Why have you had a terrible day, son?
That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
United
about it.
will make it better or worse.
If not, we still cheer you up by saying things about Luke Shaw. Leicester, for me, have replaced Arsenal in the usual top 6. Cam said that. On the stats alone, they've not been there. If you look over the last few years, they've gone like, they won it, then they went bottom of half of the league, then they finished 5th, then they dropped out, then they finished 5th. So they've not done it consistently. But I think that now, since Brendan Rodgers has come in, and the fact that they've started spending the right money here and there, I think that they are now. They've got a very good stadium, very good setup.
Also, don't fucking put Arsenal in the top 6.
No.
On the account that they finished in there a couple of times lately.
I know, yeah.
When Leicester literally won the league recently. Like 10 years more recently than you did.
Yeah. Yeah. It's madness. It is.
I tell you what, when I was watching that captain's log before.
Go on.
And he was talking about going to Anfield, and he like Steve Bruce in his northeast accent, like proper hostile environment to go to, like. And they're driving into Anfield, and it doesn't look hostile. There's a couple of guys in flat caps going fuck it.
Yeah.
Like that. That's it. Not a lot. And then they go in. And what the fuck was the point I was trying to make?
Where were they going, Steve? In
Anfield.
Anfield.
What did I say?
Hostile environment. Steve Bruce, captain's log. What's the point? I don't know where the point was going because.
No, what was he talking about before that? Fuck me, I'm old.
Yeah. So Rune said he's got a super chat. Thank you, Rune. So glad I live in a smaller country. Norway's had 500 deaths in total. Follow all that's happening.
Fucking hell, we had that this afternoon.
Not cool. What's going on? They've had 3 times that yesterday. So it's not good. It's not good, and people blaming the wrong people. But let's.
Oh, that was it.
Today.
As they were driving into Anfield,
yeah,
Ben was watching it with us, and I went, "They're 26 years away from winning the league. These cunts." Fuck them.
26 years. People are saying, "How's it 0-0?" I don't really know because I'm not quite watching it. I think it's a mad game. 15 minutes. What looks
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Nearly quarter of an hour.
Carl is watching from Beirut, Lebanon.
Oh, go on, give us a shout out for who's watching us in the weirdest places and situations.
Just let us know where.
Anyone watching on a submarine, and if you say yes, 1, I'm not going to believe you, but 2, you better fucking send me a tweet showing me you in your bunk on a submarine. You fucking lying submarine having motherfucker.
This goes in his
Have
bath.
you seen Operation Odessa, by the way?
No.
Wow.
Stop that chat. There we go. Yeah, super chat. It's Paul. It's been a great day so far in the States today. So here's hoping United can keep it rolling.
It's been a great day.
The fucking Paddock.
You know why it's been a great day.
It's been a great day because
it's going to go off later though.
Yeah. There's loads of people commenting.
Right, here we go. Slow that down for us, please. I'm trying to read that. Someone's in the bath.
Someone's watching from Denton, proper exotic.
Estonia on a small village. Apparently, everyone with blue eyes can trace their heritage back to one weirdo who had an eye defect in Estonia.
Wow.
So that's me.
That's you.
We're like family.
Let's have a look. Israel is weird enough, no submarine needed.
Watching from Notch headquarters. Bawal Ali says rush home.
Chorley. Up the Chorley FC playing Friday against Wolves. Hopefully.
I don't think they've been allowed to train.
They have. They definitely have.
I don't think they have.
They have. They have because they're playing the FA Cup, so they get a bit of a... Go on. Oh, it's over today, but I've watched the rum down in the bath a few times. Fair play to you, lad.
Rum in a bath. That's a decision.
Is it as mad?
That's a series of decisions. I'm going to be honest.
Is it as mad as Cameron eating a Magnum in the shower?
He's in the shower.
Gareth's in the shower. Sydney's on the train to work watching us.
We've got Manshar from Nairobi, Kenya.
Mordor.
Watching from Burton-on-Trent, home of ale.
Mum's house.
Mum's house. Your mum's house. Reddish.
Reddish.
What happened to that big fucking pub? You know the one at the junction before you go down that? You know the one. It's probably been knocked down. Watching from the Murphy headquarters.
Yeah.
Right, Manchester, Jamaica has got a football team. It's a province, isn't it? Like fucking... But they're not called Manchester United, but they're kind of called Manchester United in Jamaica.
Right.
Thought you'd get excited about that.
Please explain why I had a Magnum in the shower. We can't. That's the thing.
Yeah,
he said
can.
it was...
Cam had a Magnum in the shower and was like like it was fucking normal.
Yeah, and then he said to me, I did it for time. I said, well, how long did you spend in the shower? Half an hour.
John McCosh in the comments there, in New Zealand with no COVID.
Stop it.
I'm fucking coming.
Yeah, but you're not that. Yeah, but then you get dealt with properly. Said, you can't come in until we know you've definitely not got COVID. And then you
I
can
ain't
come
got
in,
it.
which is good.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
Watching from Beirut with no electricity and barely any water. Let's fucking go.
Okay.
Priorities. Come to Estonia. First free drinks are on me.
We can go for Estonia.
I was doing a quiz for health insurance, right? And Ben goes to us, how many drinks do you have? And I went, oh, just one. And he was like, oh, how many times a week do you drink? And I was like, don't want to answer that question. And it was like, right, when you do drink, how many drinks do you have? And I went, one, rum.
I bet he's going, shut up you bell and tell us something. Ruden's put another super chat in. Thank you very much. Last one today. Last question. Will you guys promise us another rundown?
Absolutely.
In the near
We was hoping to do one for New Year's Eve, but it didn't work out. City have scored. I was hoping to do one for New Year's Eve. It didn't work out that way. I think the next time that we might be able to do it, and I've got to check what games are going on, might be Valentine's Day.
Should we do one for the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
So let's watch a watch-along style rundown for the Super Bowl. I'm just deciding this right now.
I'm with you.
Right. So it's just...
Can we get chip and dip?
Oh, what a goal that is.
And hot wings.
Yeah.
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 Get that fella from the radio in.
He's not for the radio, is he?
Not anymore. He's fucking... Get the fellow that's unemployed in.
Yeah.
From the podcast.
Through Joe from Wing It.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we need. Let's do that. Let's. All right. When is the Super Bowl final?
Yeah, but the problem is it's like till 6 in the morning.
All right.
We'd have to.
We bring a cot in for the baby. Leave her. She'll be fine.
Super Bowl starts up at 11:30 at night. 7th of Feb.
Yeah, it doesn't start at 11:30 at night, though, does it? It literally starts at like 3 o'clock the next fucking day, and that shit goes on forever.
Forever, ever.
Feb the 3rd. That's like the 3rd of Feb.
Oh, he must be offside, surely. Oh, is someone playing him on massively?
Not bad.
It's a proper finish, that. It's a proper... So, Mckola's in a bad mood now because of that goal.
What's your opinion on doing a rundown for the Super Bowl?
He'll have to see if it's go.
Sounds like a good idea.
Sounds like a good idea. There we go. Joe's in.
What was that sort of...
Joe's in.
What sort of like reaction to
7th
that
of
was
Feb
that
for
anyway?
doing it.
Fucking hell, mate.
It doesn't seem relevant to United playing Fulham, does it?
Of course, it always does.
Are you in the comments with us? You don't know what people... It was a super chat that asked us about rundowns.
Yeah.
So shut the fuck up, Joe. Double denim wearing knobber.
Joe's in double denim, so make sure you are saying...
He's a cowboy.
He's a cowboy.
On a steel tram he rides.
King has said City are winning the league.
Yeah, I told you that. Fucking August.
But you never know. Let's have a look. What NFL do you guys support? Dean Smith's been sent off.
Go on, Dean Smith, best English manager in the fucking league.
He definitely is. Easily is at this moment in time. Good lad.
Good.
Double denim better than Arteta. Don't think that makes full sense, but kind of get you. Rundown and UFC. We could do UFC one. That's very short notice. McGregor this weekend.
Oh shit, is it Saturday?
It is Saturday.
Fucking hell, mate. The days are blurring.
It is blurring in. People saying Green Bay Packers. I don't know what my NFL team is because...
Adam's not wearing a fleece today. It's more of a tracksuit.
Tracksuit. More of a tracksuit.
New England. Right, here's the thing. Me and Ronaldo was actually having this conversation the other day. Like, I like NFL, mostly because I like violence.
Yeah.
Right?
And you like tactics.
Yeah, and I like tactics, and it's got two of those things.
Yeah.
And there's also a culture of a lot of drinking and a lot of eating. I can get behind both.
Like a lot of eating.
Like
there's more eating than in this football. This football.
Like, I went to an American football tailgate. Honestly, I nearly moved there. Like, I was fucking, and then these only happen like 4 times a year, and I'm like, your country fucking blows. Yeah. Like, why haven't you got 60 games a season like we have in fucking England?
Yeah.
Watching proper football,
Madness.
you dickhead, hand egg chasing knobbers. Right, but I don't know who to support. I haven't got an affinity with any of those cities. I'm not just going to pick the team that wins the fucking Super Bowl because that's pathetic.
No.
Like,
the thing is, where I was...
I quite like the college stuff, man.
Yeah, college is the
Penn
way.
State,
Yeah.
I kind of like them. They've got that white out day where they all wear white and look a bit strange.
I like Penn State because I've got Aaron who used to play for the soccer team. football team.
Is that who
And
played
he played
soccer
Penn
for?
State, and my
That's an in there now.
My roommate is now the assistant golf coach at Penn State, so like that's pretty fucking good. He's done well there. But yeah, I've not got a thing for NFL because where I was, like the Dolphins were closest, but I was in a city that no one supported the Dolphins kind of thing because it's a lot of people moving in from all over the place. So no one was like, this is Dolphins. Everyone watches the Dolphins every weekend. It's just a bit of everyone.
Apparently the Penn State are a bunch of MAGA fanatics.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not good juju, that.
No, can't have that. Yeah. Can't have that. But, no.
See, Green Bay, I can kind of get a thing behind because obviously a bit like United, not really winning loads at the moment. Yeah. They've got a legendary coach, obviously Vince Lombardi. Yeah. See, I know stuff about certain things from NFL. I just don't have it. It's been on in my office all day today, buffering like fuck. I've been watching it today, and I'm like, I think I would get a deeper level into it if I was like, that's my team. I ain't got a team.
Yeah. No. Move on
Don't
from
think
that.
I'm reading that.
One.
Become a Bears fan, we're depressed all the time. Not selling it. You're not selling it,
really. Who's a team we can't support?
I like stories.
Do you know who we can't support?
Yeah, it's not Tampa Bay.
There's the one.
They can fuck right off.
Definitely can't.
And do you know what? And I'm gutted as well because I like Pirates because Pirates like rum.
Pirates are cool.
See, there was lines I was drawing.
Pirates are cool. Tampa's all right. Don't mind
that. It's rednecky though, isn't it?
It is a bit rednecky, but it's a good night out. But you just can't. I was very tempted to get the camo Tampa Bay hat to wear on the Watchalong to try and see how many people went, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, all of them.
All of them would have done
it. Including everyone in this room.
Including everyone in this room, but it'd been fun. Anyway, yeah.
Baggers, have you been to America?
I don't know whether they're taking the piss or not, because there's a lot of people taking the piss. What else? Stephen Howson is better than Arteta.
Facts.
You've said it now, but that's it done. Can't want to take that.
Loads of people putting all sorts of American
stuff.
hand egg teams in there.
Yeah.
That's it. Give me a story, and I can get behind a story. What's the story?
Yeah.
What's the story of the team?
Tell us the story why we should be.
Why we should support that team? Yeah. Like the college ones, I could probably get behind UCLA because that was where I visited. That was where I went to watch live.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get that super chat up because they just took our TV away in here.
Yeah. So.
Let me just get that up, and I will.
I've got it. New England Patriots have the greatest coach ever and time most championship, great ownership and very classy organisation as a whole. That's from Cameron.
Didn't they get caught cheating?
They did get caught cheating. Deflategate and stuff like that. Never been. I don't know.
It's New England, which is Boston, and I like Boston. Boston reminds me of Manchester a bit.
But it's always been like. It's always because they've been the best since I've kind of watched it at all. Is that. You don't want to be the glory.
Yeah. But you also don't want to support someone like Cleveland Browns who are fucking poo.
No, you can't have someone that's poo. That's a definite no.
Where's the
shall
stories?
we a little bit before?
So I was leaning towards the Giants.
I know you were. Shall we?
Do we have to talk about football?
Just
fuck's sake.
briefly.
Right. Here's the team. We got Cavani, you got Marshall, you got Bruno.
Marcus Rashford has been rested.
Yeah, Marcus Rashford rested.
Yep.
Greenwood, you've got Fred, you've got Pogba, you've got Luke Shaw, you've got Maguire and Bay, which is interesting. On the other side there, you've got Juan Bissaka and Big Dave. In net, the bench is Henderson, Telles, Tuan Zabin, McTominay, Mata, Matic, Van der Beek, Rashford, and James.
Yeah. Good team. A good team. Good bench.
Again. The conversation is never going to end about Van der Beek until he plays and he's awful or he plays and he's really good.
Yeah.
And keeps playing.
That's going to be it. I think that he's managing him well, and I think that the fact that Bruno and Pogba are probably better than him. So I think there's no argument there. I don't think he can do the job that everyone's saying, just do what McTominay does, because he doesn't do the same role. And you've seen it. There are teams that can cause problems when you'll say they're pretty shit. But you need players like McTominay, Matic, Fred, things like that, just to try and figure things out. So, that's it. Also, got another one. McKenna, Middlebrook. Support the Buffalo Bills. Crazy drunk fans, a history of great players, cold weather games, and an ascending young team. Super chat from McKenna.
But aren't they looking good for the Super Bowl this year?
I think
that feels like a bandwagon, and I'm not really a fan.
We've got a Buffalo Bills hat, actually.
In Buffalo near Niagara Falls?
It's nearly Canada. It's like Buffalo's here, it's in New York, and then there's
Buffalo's a part of New York State, innit?
Yeah, so it's like there.
Texas is the home of football, am I right?
I don't know.
But it seems like there's most of the teams in New York, Boston, sort of like.
It's cold, that's why.
Fuck's that going to do anything?
I think it's because it's a cold weather sport. Kind of. It's a winter sport, so it's one they've been playing up there still. Like in California, like we don't need to play this. It's way too hot for that. Same as
What is the sport that's played over on the West Coast then? Basketball.
basketball. Do it inside.
Makes
Cold,
sense.
air conditioning.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
makes sense. Right, I think we're ready for Adam, Double Denim, and Andy Tate. So definitely give Joe some shit about his dress sense and enjoy the game. Be back at half time.
I'm getting called double denim by fucking double dinner through there. Go on, Adam. What are we watching, mate?
I can't carry on after that.
Man United play.
I'm fuming, mate. Fucking
go on.
First off, I know everyone's sat at home and we're waiting to watch the Manchester United game against Fulham. But please tell me you've seen this goal that Manchester City have been allowed to score. Fucking Rodri's only the 10 yards offside.
I need to know what the rule is on that because
I don't care what the
Tyron
rule
Mings
is.
takes the ball down on his chest.
Whether
and
he's
is
controlled it or not.
Yeah, well, I don't know is what I'm
he's
saying.
come from
an offside position.
It's
and he plays Bernardo in, and he goes on to score. And
you know, if that happened at a corner,
yes, the Village manager gets sent off.
I saw people in the chat saying that the BT's ref, I think it's Peter Walton.
Oh, the geezer's
generally
a dickhead.
doesn't. But he said, according to the comment, that it shouldn't have been a goal. It should have been ruled out. I don't know what the rule is. I always thought that if it was a purposeful touch by the defender, you then can't be offside. But I don't know.
It couldn't have. The reason that it was given is that it's been classed as a different passage of play. How the fuck is that a different passage?
He's interfered with play. He's played the ball.
He's had to control the ball because he's had to defend because there's a player behind him.
Yeah. If it's stupid that if he hadn't have controlled that ball, it would have been offside.
And now
if he'd have left it, it would have been offside. But because he's touched it to stop a player behind him
handball
getting
that.
it,
Now
yeah,
City's
that'll
got
be
a
handball.
penalty.
City
now.
will get a penalty, yeah, or at least they should get a penalty.
Yeah, it's going to be 2-0.
Unless they're going to try and say.
Very lucky though. Villa defended very well up until this point
Yeah, it's
as
a
well.
penalty for City.
Yeah, City got a penalty. I'm
Yeah,
sure
it's
it's going to be
over.
2-0.
Fair enough.
So United
Should we
need
talk
to
about
win
United?
to go back top.
Yes. I think United will be third now after this result. We'll be behind City on the same amount of games actually, and behind Leicester having played one game less. So United
Smelly
need to win
bastards.
tonight to go top. Do you think we're going to?
Fuck off, you fucking shit cunts.
No,
Go on, do you think we're going to beat Fulham?
the guy's pissed. He's entitled to. That's a controversial decision. Anyway,
Yeah, I agree. It's a controversial decision. Fair enough that it's
What
annoyed.
was the question?
Do you think we're going to beat Fulham? Andy can answer
Yes.
first if you're annoyed.
I think we'll be all right tonight.
Do you?
I'll take a 2-0 right here and now.
Do you think that we've, in recent weeks, been holding on to results and like Wolves was 1-0, Villa was 2-1, but it was a tight game, Burnley 1-0, very tight game, Liverpool 0-0, very tight game. Do you think, excuse me, Adam, that we're going through like what would normally be a drop in form that would see us drop loads of points, but this season, because we've improved, this is actually a drop in form that we've seen recently, but we're still picking up points because we are a better team than we were before. And now, instead of the whole team playing bad, it's just the attack that's not playing so well, but the defence is covering it.
I don't particularly think we've really played well, or that's probably not the way to put it. We've not played to our full potential at all season. I don't think.
We haven't.
Which is something that gives me confidence going
I can
forward.
only recall the Everton game, the quarter-final of the League Cup,
Yeah.
the Chelsea, the Leeds game. That's it. I think maybe Burnley as well, where we've been dominant. And this is where United now, the penny's dropped. You got to start playing like, if you want to be a winner, you got to play like winners. Grind out results, but you got to play with a fluidity. You know what I mean? You got to play with some swagger and some dominance.
But I don't think we have, which is my point.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good thing that we're grinding victories out and we're getting results. But we haven't played. Do you remember the back end of last season after the break? We haven't played as good football as that as we were then. At any point.
There's been certain games like,
and we've got to this point.
yeah,
Without Martial performing, without Greenwood performing, which were two of the top scoring front three in Europe, I think, last year, or only Liverpool were ahead of us, something like that.
Yeah.
So I think once we get those boys and Cavani firing again, I think we'll be a lot better as well.
Since the start of lockdown, we've had 5 defeats since, when the Premiership restarted. What was our first game back? Tottenham, wasn't it? We've had 5 defeats in all competitions.
Yeah.
That ain't half bad.
We've only had 3 defeats in the league, I think.
And 2 semi-finals.
Coming up for 12 months now, and they've all been this season. So the form has been much better. But like you said, Adam, we haven't had that like free-flowing loads of goals. The one game where I thought we'd look like that, and even then it took us toward the end, was the Newcastle game. I thought we played very well, attacked really well. What was it, 3-0 in the end?
4-1.
4-1. But it was 1-1 up until the 85th minute.
The Everton
wasn't
game
it?
was all right.
But I thought we still played really well in that game. The Everton game was another one where we actually looked good. But a lot of it has been quite tight, quite close. And I think the fact that our defence is looking better in recent games is a big positive. Obviously, a clean sheet against Liverpool, against Wolves, against Burnley. In 3 of the last 5 games, so there's something something positive to be taken going forward.
Fucking man boobs con. This is a disgraceful game, Like seriously, like, bruv. If I would have walked off the pitch if that offside decision was given against me.
Should VAR not?
I would have fully just walked off the pitch.
Keep telling you.
Remember Lille against United when they were about to walk off
VAR
the pitch?
sometimes.
I would have walked off the pitch. That is an utter disgrace.
VAR sometimes won't touch. They will not touch it. Just turn the other way.
I think it's because it's City.
Yeah.
Or
No, not because it's City.
Not City.
In general, not City, but when it's too hot to handle. When it's too hot to handle, they will look the other way, or they'll throw it to get. It's up to the ref.
That is the most obvious decision I've ever seen in my life.
The ref will say to the VAR room, no, they're passing it. They're passing the buck to each other, and it's not fucking on. Pardon my French.
We've got a few super chats. Tom Baxter says, "You ignore them, Joe. You look magnificent, Petal." Cheers, Tom. We've got another one from Jamie Burton who says, "I'm a referee. In law, ref and VAR would give that based on a subjective decision if Mings had control and time. My group chat's also offside." So that's the question, isn't it?
Because only controls it because there's a twat behind him who's offside.
Yeah, but
if we're gonna play,
he's offside.
If we're gonna play silly beggars, how does Mings know he's not onside? So he's forced to then do something.
Well, it's to be honest, there's an argument to be made. Does Mings even know he's there? Like,
that's what I mean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I agree. I don't think it should have been a goal. And by the sounds of it, the rules suggest it shouldn't have been a goal either. Marcus, I did. Oh, sorry, it's moving too fast. I build Znez Kyle. I've absolutely battered that, but I'm reading super chat. Thanks for being a positive and informative community channel instead of some other toxic supporter communities. Glory, glory. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be upset at that VAR decision. We've got Lorraine Gray saying VAR is a joke, always has been. Bahawal as well saying Mings couldn't see him. Exactly.
There's
no doubt.
I don't think the guy's offside. He goes behind him, gets the ball, then plays it to Bernardo. Yeah. And Bernardo scores. That's interfering. That's playing the pass.
Offsides aren't. It's not supposed to be clear and obvious with offsides. You're either on or you're off.
So it's obviously the interpretation, isn't it? Because it is the rule that if the defender, let's say you're an attacker, you're well offside. Let's say where
fuck these. Let's talk about United.
Jesus was there. If you turn back and try and pass it to your keeper,
that's pissing me. Like that is actually pissing me off. Like these points are so important in the season.
It is.
And like they're level on games, 1 point ahead of us. We can go back top here. They've got a game in hand against Everton, which is cool. And I don't know if it's just because I expected them to drop points today.
I keep saying this. VAR could decide the title this season. VAR could decide the title this season. And
the shit thing with VAR is
remember when Drogba was offside at Old Trafford?
Yeah. I was playing an obvious that.
Yeah,
but you take it.
But what VAR was meant to do was rule out, false decisions or bad decisions. It hasn't done that. All it's done is make you question every single goal, every single decision, and we still get mistakes and shit decisions all the time. What's the benefit?
Even without VAR, if that goal was given in a game, we're all debating this offside.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's offside.
There's no debate, in fact.
And to the last point, the Villa manager got sent off because he was so naffed off. That's it.
Yeah. Shall we have a look at United's team then? Because United have got a game tonight unless... they walk off the pitch because that VAR decision.
Well, we should.
United should. De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Bailly, Maguire, Shaw,
Fuck off, Peter
Pogba,
Walton.
Fred, Greenwood, Fernandes, Martial and Cavani. Rashford's got a rest. That's the headline, Adam.
Rest or dropped?
Well,
I'm only
both.
I'm just being like the son. I'm sorry.
We're seeing Pogba and Fred as like a midfield partnership, which is something we don't see very often. Is that basically saying go and attack them? Because Fred usually needs McTominay with him, and Pogba usually needs Matic with him. we're not seeing either of those combinations tonight?
I think this is possibly our strongest one. I know you can give and take depending on the opposition, and if you want to go against a bit more physical side, you might opt for Matic.
Yeah.
You know, if you need to have a little bit more mobility in there, you might opt for McTominay. But on paper, I think Fred and Pogba are the best 2 out of those 4 to play behind Bruno. So I think that is quite possibly our strongest. Maybe he's saving, you'd imagine he's saving McTominay for the weekend against Liverpool. And
won't surprise me if Rashford gets a rest Sunday as well.
Do you think?
Nah,
Depending on
no
how
way
goes
does he
tonight,
sit
I think.
out 2 games.
What do you think, Andy, then? If you look at that team, obviously it's a good team, great players in most positions. Does it worry you a little bit that you look at that front 4, you could make an argument that Martial, Cavani and Greenwood, none of them have really set the world alight so far. Does that kind of worry that Bruno's maybe going through a little bit of a dip if he ever has had a dip, and the other 3, Cavani's looked dangerous. Martial's got a few goals in the cup, but generally speaking, those 3 haven't done that much, have they?
It's the supply demand. You're supplying them; they should be scoring, but the supply's not there sometimes.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, like I say, even my old man, my dad, he's like, Bruno's knackered. That's my dad's opinion. And my dad knows a lot of football, and he's in his 70s. Bruno is tired.
Bruno always plays like that.
I know, but Solskjaer had to say that he's not tired. Come on, man.
He didn't say he wasn't tired. He said he says he's not tired.
And I don't,
because he must be tired, surely, Bruno. It's his 50th game tonight, by the way.
He might be a little bit fatigued, and I've been one of those that have said he needs to be rested and that.
Yeah.
But I think then also we're going over the top with it in this, he's got to be tired. He's got to be tired. Well, no, actually, sometimes you just can't play to the same level every single game. Yeah. Bruno always plays like this anyway, whether he's, he gets goals and assists. It's always on the margins, isn't it, with Bruno Fernandes? And fucking Ronaldo plays every week. He's about 60.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's a freak.
No, but I'm not on about how good they are as players. I'm on about they just play every week. I'm not on about, Bruno's as good as Ronaldo. That's not what I've said.
Oh, no, I know
What
that.
I'm saying is they play every week. No one's saying, well, Harry Kane's tired.
Yeah.
And I understand if you're playing someone Europa League Sunday and then League Cup and then FA Cup like Jose is. But we're not doing that with Bruno. He does get taken out of games every now and then.
Wasn't it Lampard who played like 150 games in a row for Chelsea or something in the league? Like, there are players who play every week and don't lose, don't go
Gerrard did it as
through
well.
awful form.
But that's not to say I don't think Bruno needs to be given time out every now and then so we can optimise his performances.
He's got a point.
Make sure you have a more fitter Bruno. But I don't think it's as big a deal as
you
people
could see
are
the
making
frustration
out.
in Bruno when he got substituted on Sunday as well. There's a desire to win there as well. So, the desire's there to win. But I say desire and rest, two different things.
Bruno's played, this is his 50th game today. I think he's had 27 goals and 17 assists in the 49.
Not bad for 48 million.
Not bad, that is it. Not bad at all. Is he the one that then, Rashford's obviously getting a rest. Do you think that because of that, Bruno had to play tonight, even if he is maybe going through a bit of drop in form?
If you don't play both, then it's like, where's it coming from?
Yeah.
I disagree with that,
Do you think?
I don't think Rashford played particularly well recently. I don't think Bruno's played particularly well recently. We've still had good team performances. I don't think we rely on.
We need more.
People going like Bruno and Rashford are Kane and Son.
You want more from certain
players. If you look at the goals that they've scored, they've scored 29 between them, and I think Cavani and Martial have scored 9 between them. So there is certainly reliance on them for goals.
Well, I don't think it's a reliance. I think it's just based on the form that these players are going through at the moment. There'll also be a period in this season where Cavani and Martial have more goals than Rashford and Bruno. That doesn't mean that we're relying on them either. It's what teams do when you got all these top players. You don't have to play Bruno. We don't rely on Bruno and Rashford.
It just feels like they're out.
If anyone we rely on is Bruno.
I know. But if you take them out, you need other players stepping up to the plate, and other players need to.
Yeah. Of course, Martial and Cavani are capable of stepping up and
of
capable
course
of dragging us through.
Pogba can as
well.
well.
So far this season, I don't think it would be unfair to say we've relied on Bruno and Rashford. Just look at the numbers that they've put out. If they hadn't have scored those, we would, or if they'd have had similarly tricky starts to the season that we've seen Greenwood, Martial and Cavani have, we would be, a lot lower down the league than we are. At some point, I'm sure that will turn around, but, hopefully that'll be today. maybe seeing a bit of a difference, a bit of a change, will sort of push the ball into their hands a little bit more, because like we saw the other night, Rashford maybe could have passed it to Cavani, and maybe Martial would be more keen to do that.
That one has been
overhyped
a little bit overplayed in that the pass was on. Like, I've seen people use screenshots of the situation when the pass wasn't on.
Yeah, the
so
pass
they've
was on
used
for
the wrong
one step.
screenshot. The pass was on for about 3 seconds, maybe, if that. And then there was a period where maybe he could have changed the shape of his body to slide it through.
I've seen that so many times. That's still with Harry Kane and Sterling. It's like a 2 second.
That one's worse.
That one in 2018
against Croatia in the
against
World Cup
Croatia.
semi-final.
Pass it 2-0.
Because you can argue as well.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You can argue as well, when the pass was on, has Cavani got the legs to be beaten Fabinho from that position?
What happened is, if you watch it back, that clip where
but he should have passed. It's very green.
Rashford's running, and Fabinho is between Rashford and Cavani. And when Fabinho turns, Rashford takes a touch, and then Fabinho turns to track him. It was a bad run, but actually what he would have had to have done is either played it through to Cavani when Fabinho was still tracking Cavani, or have tried to pass it after he'd already taken the touch to move in the other direction.
If that was Daniel James, you'd all be calling him all sorts. Not particularly, but everyone would be.
People did call Rashford loads of shit.
No, I know, but like, I think we protect Rashford a bit, don't we? And that's fair enough. We're here to do that. That's why I'm
he's
here.
one of our
Part
own.
of that
You know what I mean?
because
but I think
he's done so well this season.
if that was Daniel James, and I think Rashford's got this tendency. He needs to fucking look up and pass a little bit more, because it's so frustrating to watch. Like, there's times when other players are in better positions and you're just ignoring them, bro. And it's like,
I
it's
said
like,
it on
come
Sunday,
on, Marcus.
it's greedy.
And we had, Rooney and Ronaldo used to have it early on in their career, where the decision makings, and that's part of your decision making, isn't there. And you've got to, because it's crucial. And there's times, like, we can think of a lot of games this season where the pass is there. Fucking, it's a different story. Do you know what I mean? And it gets frustrating a lot when you're just squaring up players and then squaring up another one and just looking for a shot for yourself. Like, if I was his teammate in the final third, I wouldn't even want to make the runs anymore. Sometimes, like, I can see Cavani. You know, when he looked over to the thing, like, boss, what am I supposed to do with this, man? And I know that's kind of a bad thing to do, but
he has
it's
got
like
8 assists as well this season, though, Rashford.
Yeah, that's fine. You're gonna get us. Like, I'm not fucking saying he's shit. Sell him. I'm not saying that. I'm saying where we need him to improve is in his decision making, because if he adds that, like, I was watching. Who was I watching? Like Grealish just a minute ago. Like, the timing of the pass and
that pass
the
into
release
John McGinn.
and just like he just everything is always right. It feels like. And I need Rashford to be in that. Now, obviously, we gained something by him taking risks as well. So I don't want to lose that. But I just think, bro, sometimes, man, there's a man there that's crying out for a goal and you're just ignoring him.
Yeah, we've got a couple of super chats here as well. One from Aaron Quinn says, haven't been able to listen much in the build-up because I'm working, but I agree with everything Joe said, regardless of how controversial it is. Thank you very much, Aaron, and it's a very good way to conduct yourself. That Malik Vora said, even Michael Owen knows the offside rule. Moss is a joke. I wouldn't say Michael Owen is the authority I trust on offsides, but I do agree with him on this occasion. And Mr. MT says, if we can't start Donny against Fulham, then what are we saving him for? The lad was brought to rest Bruno, but it's not happening. What's wrong with him,
I think
guys?
he's a cup player this year, I was about to say Fergie, fucking hell, mate.
Yeah, he's done it. Ollie's done it. What he's done is he's slowly twisted it, and now you think he's Alex Ferguson. Sorry, Sir Alex Ferguson.
I think Ollie regards him in a similar sense to Dean Henderson, Daniel James. At the moment, he's in that batch of players where you're going to be a cup player.
Tellez.
I don't think we need to. No one talks about Tellez in the same manner, do they? Why did we buy Tellez if it's what? So if we left Bruno out today, there'd be people crying out that there's Bruno being left out today. If we left Pogba out today, there'd be people crying about that. I think we've got to take our time. I would have liked to have seen a bit more of him, though.
For Donnet, I don't think he'll leave, because even Solskjaer said this the other week. For somebody who's just got a pool table with the club crest on the pool table.
You got that for free, though, if we're being honest. Sure.
But if you're getting that in your house, in your mansion, like, it means you're dedicated, innit?
Yeah. When does a house become a mansion, do you think? Like, what kind of size? Is it
How many bedrooms do you have to go?
Do you think, what is it,
ensuite,
more than 5 bedrooms?
Yeah,
would you say?
ensuite. sweet, you know what I mean?
Nah, I
It's a long way for a shower.
Yeah, you got to walk for
you're
a
just
far
a
for a
big
shower.
house if you're 5, 6.
I tell you what it
bedrooms.
is. I reckon what it is here's the thing. If you go for a poo in a mansion, you can have all the doors open, and even in your bedroom, you can't smell it. That's how far
I
away the
think
toilet is.
8 plus
Mr. Burns'
bedrooms is a mansion.
Eight plus.
Yeah, I
Nah,
used to be.
you
I
can
used
have
to
a
be. I used to be a
5-bedroom
letting
mansion.
agent and property agent. So
Did you?
I know, like
Mac lets flats.
staff lets flats. Yeah. So I know, that you go to some houses that have 6 bedrooms. They're all shit. That's not a mansion.
I know a crack a 3-bedroom in Peckham, Nelson Mandela House. He knows it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Oisin, hope I pronounced that right. Adam, stop deflecting Martial's poor form onto Rashford. Oh, he's had a go.
So am I not allowed to discuss anybody now?
Okay. Let's talk more about...
And by the way,
Okay,
me
sorry.
supporting Martial isn't a bad... I support all of our players. Like, it's become this thing, because I think he's a good player, people seem to think, tweet me like I'm his dad when he has a bad game.
Yeah.
First off, support your fucking team. Secondly, you don't have to be Martial or Rashford or Donny or Bruno or Pogba or Bruno. Fucking... I don't remember people going, fuck York, I prefer Cole. Suck your mother, man.
We've got a couple of chats. People saying a mansion is defined by square footage, not by number of bedrooms. Chris,
That's how you know we're proper working class.
Chris has said
They got loads of
8,000
bedrooms
square
down there.
feet of floor space. Yeah.
If I had a
8,000
mansion,
square
I would
feet.
have a big arcade room. I would.
Yes, me
And
too. Joe Gibbons says, I think playing Donny could offer our team something positive, but I don't get this attitude that our club somehow owes him something. I agree with that.
Yeah,
We've bought him in
What
to
if
do
he's
a
been
job.
shit in training?
And also, when we bought him in, like, Paul Pogba had just had a season where he'd been injured for half the season. And, like, we've been very lucky with injuries this year. All of our midfielders have stayed fit pretty much the whole season. McTominay, Fred, Pogba, Bruno, Matic have pretty much been fit non-stop. If we had the injuries we had last year, where, Matic was in and out of the team, Pogba was injured for 9 months, Donny would have played, 20 starts by now. But we've fortunately been very lucky with injuries. So, yeah. What time is kickoff? It is in 6 minutes at 8:15. Kickoff will be here in 6 minutes.
Why 8:15 kickoffs, man?
Shy. It's so they can have 2 games on back to back on telly after people finish work.
Played 21 times
Stupid.
for us this season.
Yeah, I know.
Do you notice this season? I know times are different at the moment, but we have not had a 3:00 kickoff all season. And other teams have. Maybe not the big guns, but we have not had a 3:00 all season.
I don't care about that.
I suppose
when we're not there, I don't care.
I was going to say, when you're not at games, does it matter quite as much?
No. I'm just making a valid point now.
No, you are definitely. And a lot of games just aren't at 3:00 anymore, are they? Everything's moved around because I think they announced it today. Every game till the end of February is going to be televised. So to do that, they have to stretch the schedule.
Well, sorry,
over the full
I haven't
weekend.
got Sky Sports. You know what I mean?
Me neither. They've stopped that 15 quid a game thing, haven't they? Do you remember
I
that?
got stopped a long time.
Thank fuck for that. We've got a super chat from Tate. He says Diallo right wing could incentivise Mason to kick on. Maybe, but...
Nah, I think once we get a right
Go on.
winger spot sorted, you then have... Obviously, Mace can play wide forward, but then you have kind of like Martial, Cavani battling for that more. So it becomes more of a either-or situation or swapping or different teams, what kind of team you're playing up against. But I like Martial and Cavani seem to have a good connection. Is it snowing there? Is that rain falling from the top of the stand?
Fulham are building a new stand as well.
I don't think it's snowing. Ian Biani, thank you for the super chat. Reece Robinson as well. He said, feeling more nervous about this game than the Liverpool game. Really need 3 points. Do you trust us with these games yet? I'm getting better at trusting us with these games. Other than Crystal Palace, we've beaten like pretty much all of the lower teams, haven't we? So I am getting there with it.
Because look, I'm nervous about this game. Not as nervous as Liverpool because in the Liverpool game, almost all the time one goal decides it. Like if we concede first in this Fulham game, I'd be fucking fuming. But I'd also be more confident we can turn that around. Whereas against Liverpool, it's like because the feeling of defeat is horrible in it against them bastards.
Of course it
Like
is.
if we lost against Fulham, we don't care about Fulham. We care about the points. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
if you lose against
you've got
Liverpool, it's
both.
the points. It's Liverpool. It's them.
We've got a run of games now. Let me say we've got Fulham, Liverpool, Sheffield United, and we got them Cockney twats week on Saturday down at the Emirates. So yeah,
Who Ollie is yet to beat in the league, by the way, Arsenal. That's quite a surprising stat, isn't
You
it?
have to mention that, don't you?
I know, I hate that. Griffin Munro with a super chat. 8:15 start in the UK is rough. 4:15 in the morning start in Perth is hard work.
Strafe.
Yeah, it could be worse, couldn't it? Clemo1 says, well, maybe we shouldn't read that one.
I don't hate him.
Yeah.
I don't hate him. I just hate some of his opinions.
Me Tune Channel said United have outgrown Martial. He's got a high ceiling, but he's at the top of his game. So rarely that he's closer to Depay and Nani than he is to Kane and Vardy. Do you think that's possible?
What the fuck?
Does that mean we're too small for him or his?
No, he's saying that instead of him becoming one of the best strikers
No, I
in the
think
world,
people just talking shit.
He's going to be a Nani or Depay level player.
We only have these conversations about Martial, bruv. And he would have been the same. These people now, that I've seen people comparing Nani and Martial the other day on Twitter. If Martial played for Fergie, Jesus fucking Christ. But second of all, they were the same pricks that were cussing Nani every week. I remember I used to have to defend Nani every single week because, he's a show pony, he's so inconsistent and this, that. And now, in hindsight, they're going to be doing the same with Marshall. They're going to be doing the same with Pogba. You see when Pogba leaves, you see all those twats that were like, fucking hate Pogba. They're going to be saying, I wish he was still here.
We miss him.
Guaranteed. Like you did with Nani and all that. Berbatov, all them bellends that used to hound Berbatov out of the club because they never got their own way with Tevez. And now, because he's cool on Instagram, they're all tweeting about him. I wish Berbatov was still here. You weren't saying that when he was here.
Another super chat from Steve. He said, assuming we sign a right winger, should we... I don't know if you're saying re-sign Cavani or resign, because he's put resign, but I don't know if he means re-sign.
Yeah. We have got the option to extend the deal.
Yeah.
That I have heard. And I think Ollie's confirmed that anyway. So, I see Cavani being next season as well.
Connor Smythe with a super chat. I like Pogba and Fred in midfield, especially with Pogba's increased work rate of late. Could do with that midfield in bigger games, he reckons. Adam, do you think Pogba and Fred could work against the sort of teams higher up the league where you're probably going to create less chances, maybe have less of the ball?
Yeah, because I think if you look at one of the big problems against Liverpool in the first half, whilst McTominay and Fred did their bits in terms of the dirty work, the interceptions, getting the ball out. And I know we've all seen that clip of McTominay winning the ball on the edge of the box, showing a quick turn of feet, and then getting the ball out. But in the first half, him and Fred didn't do that enough, and they gave the ball away an awful lot. And I think to be more successful as a team in those bigger games, we need one number 6. We don't need 2 midfielders who are becoming our number 6 and both doing that role. We need 2. So then you can have another person in there who's good with the ball at their feet. If we had, say, a Thomas Partey in our team, you can play Pogba and Bruno all day long and not really stress about it. I think Fred and McTominay, I think Fred's a little bit better, but I don't think they're as good on the ball as we would need in that position to be able to build plays up so regularly. And if you look in the first half, we didn't keep possession well enough. And I know Pogba and Bruno and Rashford were all part of that too, but I felt a lot of it broke down when it came through those two. I know they played well in that first.
Yeah.
I'm not, but with the ball, it wasn't enough in it.
One thing with Fred is we never really get a chance to see him in that role by himself. We always see him alongside Pogba or alongside Matic or McTominay, generally McTominay. Do you think if we gave one of these players like the license to have a go as the number 6 by themselves, and maybe we're seeing that tonight, do you think that there's a chance that we maybe don't need to buy someone and that the right number 6 could already be here if they were given a bit more of an opportunity?
It's an opportunity, and if it could happen and go forward with it, but every day's a change at United. Every game's different in it, so you got to take each game as it is.
Jack said, who put 50p in Mckola tonight? Does that mean that you're like...
Oh my God, I've realised I'm going on one today, and I need to relax.
A little bit. It's because you're nervous. Do you know what it is? It's because you're annoyed at that Villa game especially.
It's because we're in a title race.
Yeah, I know. So every game matters. Connor Smythe again says, it's pronounced Smith, it's just with a Y. Yeah, but Smythe sounds cooler, doesn't it? Sounds a bit sneaky. I like Smythe, but I will call you Connor Smith from now on. Sorry about that. Egbert says Van der Beek can be the CDM up the paddock. I don't know if
It's in a
Beek's got
Carrick
enough of
way. That is. It's not in a
Thiago way.
It's not in a It's not in a destroyer way, is it? It's in a Michael Carrick way, using intelligence and
Pogba
passing.
leaves and Grealish comes in, and we got Van der Beek and Grealish. That's really tasty.
You think you could fit Van der Beek, Grealish, and Fernandes in the same midfield?
Not
It's too much.
Not ambivalent.
I think Chuck Grealish on the right, Rashford on the left.
Like Jurassic Park, life finds a way.
We're off, by the way.
Yeah, the game's kicked off. United kicking from left to right.
Can we get the scoreboard up, please?
We'll get it up.
Giggity goo.
Yeah, Maguire clearing the ball away. He's been good recently.
I'm
Maguire,
still
isn't he?
fuming about Harry Maguire's goal not being given against Burnley.
Do you think he's been good
So
recently?
Rashford's pass is going to live with me for a while. Who, Harry?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bayes had a big part to do with that, I think, because Bayes let Harry focus on Harry. He hasn't had to worry about, what's this idiot doing, or what's that idiot doing, or, he's been able to focus on his own game. And I also think Bayes' attributes are a perfect foil for the way Maguire plays. Him and Lindelof are very similar.
Do you think? Are you happy Bayes playing tonight, or do you prefer Lindelof?
Yeah, I'm happy with. He's going to get a game. He'll play against Liverpool as well. Like I say, at the time it wasn't. We all eyebrows were raised, no question. But to be fair, Lindelof played well, and the back four did
really good, wasn't he?
Yeah, the back four did its job. We could have been a little bit more Sunday attacking wise, but yeah.
I like that we have a few options in a few different positions now, where you can play Tellez or Shaw, you can play McTominay and Fred, or you can play Pogba and Matic, or you can play Maguire and Bailly or Lindelof.
Good tackle.
We've got quite a few options in quite a few positions where a couple of years ago we were barely sort of dragging one team together, weren't we, in a lot of games? Last season especially.
I saw a stat earlier. I'll try and find it so I can credit the page that I saw it on.
Oh, Wan-Bissaka, what are you doing? Seriously?
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Sloppy that one.
Relax.
Sloppy.
Relax.
Other way around, didn't it? I was telling him.
I saw a stat where it said, how we were talking about the midfielders of McTominay and Fred earlier.
Yeah.
And my point was kind of proven in that. You see how we always wish Matic was 5 years older. But if you actually... Younger.
5 years older.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
5 years older.
Egyptian pharaoh in a fucking thing. Make him play.
But yeah, we wish he was 5 years younger. And when you look at where Bruno Fernandes plays on a heat map of when he plays with Fred and McTominay and when he plays with Matic and Pogba, he's always higher up the pitch when he's with Matic and Pogba, and that shows that they are getting the ball to him more. So he's not getting frustrated and dropping deep and looking for the ball deeper where he shouldn't be. So I suppose that's the best proof, really, in kind of what we lose when we don't have a natural six.
Yeah, and Fernandes is one of those players that gets drawn to the ball, doesn't he? So if we're passing it around deep, he drops deeper. Whereas if people can find him in the gaps, like Pogba and Matic are more capable of doing, he can play a bit further forward. Martial on the ball. Nice little ball around the corner
flick
from Cavani, yeah. It's very tight in there, though. Playing a quite high line, Fulham.
What I say? Mason's on the wing now. Good cross.
Ball in. Oh, he's a good cross as well.
Good cross was.
Have a crack.
Martial in there. Pogba clipping it up to Cavani, who swings through it and kicks it further out.
No comment on that.
Yeah, ignore that one. Well done, Maguire. 2 headers in a row.
Got that second one.
The first one was poor, and then the second one was sliced off his head to Luke Shaw.
I remember when we played Fulham 2007, Ronaldo in the last minute. God, I was on a bender that weekend. I was absolutely shit-faced that weekend.
And I love that.
3 nights on the piss. Fucking hell.
I love that everyone thought Ronaldo was running to Gary Neville.
Yeah.
He was running to Gabby Hines.
Yeah.
Because Ronaldo was running and going, Gabby. Because Gabby Hines had told Ronaldo he was going to score. And everyone on Match of the Day and stuff was like, oh, look at him running to Gary Neville.
We're saying Gary.
Gabby.
Yeah, that was a blinding weekend, man. Jesus. Can't believe I drunk that much.
And then Martial 2 years ago scored an identical goal. But arguably a better goal at Fulham running down the same side.
And then chopped in and then
Yeah,
across
we won
goal.
3-0,
Because
didn't we?
Ronaldo's had a deflection on it, didn't he, when he hit it? He kind of hits it into the ground and it comes off. But because that goal Ronaldo scored against them, it was like we were still finding our feet as a team to win the league. Like we still was a bit scared of Chelsea, weren't we?
Yeah, but
coming back, and that I remember that win.
Oh no!
Shit!
He's offside.
He scored.
It's gone in though, so we'll find out. Look,
Oh, Fulham have scored then.
Scored, bro.
They're looking.
They're checking it.
What's going on here now?
They're checking it.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
He was clean through there. He just got played through.
The referee,
He hasn't even
the
put his flag
linesman.
up.
What the fuck's going on here now?
He thinks it's on.
He hasn't even put his flag up.
No, he hasn't.
He's onside. There's no way.
Oh, he's onside.
Wan-Bissaka playing him on.
It might be Wan-Bissaka playing him on. We'll
Could
see
be
it.
off.
We'll see
I don't know, but
VAR.
it's very tight.
Because he's leaning forward and Wan-Bissaka's leaning forward as well. Wan-Bissaka's not sure, is he?
Wan-Bissaka stopped really late.
Yeah, he did. Wan-Bissaka might have kept him on there. I'm sure we'll see a VAR of it though, because it's not clear, is it?
I think this is a goal though.
Yeah, I think it probably is as well.
I wouldn't have your hopes up of it being disallowed.
No. Fucking 5 minutes in as well. No mention of VAR even, is there?
Wan-Bissaka's fault that.
Yeah, it is.
Well, all of them.
1-0 to Fulham.
No, it's not all of them. It's
But no,
Wan-Bissaka's
because he's
fault.
sloppy defending, but Wan-Bissaka should have held his line.
Yeah, he didn't hold
And
it. He can see the line as well.
He did a weird thing where he kind of followed him, but knew he was in an offside position. So following him kind of made him onside.
Yeah.
Not what we wanted, not the start we wanted. Come on, boys.
Great fucking start this.
Long enough to go.
Yeah, you need to watch it again.
Rashford's going to get a nice rest. I'll be bringing him on in a minute.
Yeah. Wan-Bissaka played him on, but no one tracked his run at all, did they?
This is where United are Jekyll and Hyde.
Weird shit goal that. I think everyone all the other defenders knew that they'd played him offside, and then Wan-Bissaka behind keeping everyone, which is why they didn't track him.
Still.
But you've still got to track him. Like here, look, you don't just stop. Loftus-Cheek with Maguire, good tackle.
Harry.
But you can't just fucking stop tracking your man just because you think he's offside, especially now. It's poor that. I almost reminded, not really, but the way that just no one was near him, sort of Di Canio, where like everyone's just like, yeah, he's offside. Well, he's not offside because someone's played him on. Fuck's sake. They've been good defensively recently.
How have you let him run through there, boys?
It's Wan-Bissaka, and he took him down as well.
Prick wants to fucking. He's going to tie Wan-Bissaka up in knots, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on.
He's on.
His arm played him on.
I'm not advocating for this goal to be disallowed, but it's mental that we're now like, when you think about it, they literally had to check that with lines and stuff. Like that should have just been given, right?
Well, that one should, yeah.
Don't get me started.
Because it was quite comfortably on. Again, here, look, gaps in the middle.
This
See, this is the thing,
Cavallero's
look.
fucking good, man, as well. In terms of, he's scored like 2 goals this season, all in big games, but his physical like ability holding the ball and knocking it back off to the likes of Lookman.
Defensively, they've not conceded more than 1 goal since the 5th of December either. Fulham.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to put a bit of a shift in here to get 2 goals past them.
We're going to have to dig deep already.
We've not really been scoring, have we?
Oh, what was that?
It wasn't that bad. He meant to play
Sloppy.
Greenwood, and Greenwood never
That
followed
was a
it.
sloppy pass.
Again, just 2 passes there that were just a bit speculative, weren't they? Both of them.
You have to do that. You're not going to break down this team.
This is where the game.
I don't think that's the way to break them down.
This is the game plan. It's gone out the window already now. After 5 minutes.
It hasn't. No, he hasn't. No. We didn't come here thinking we were only going to score 1 goal, did we? And Fulham were always going to sit back. I think we just can calm down. We're fine.
Shaw on the left-hand
offside?
side. Blocked out for a throw-in.
That was a shit attempt at across that Shaw. Shit attempt.
Solskjaer, there was a clip of him before after the goal, just got like, yeah, he was onside. Like, what's the problem? Almost like they were looking for him to be annoyed.
Pelt!
Ooh!
Nah, he's looking for that.
He is,
Could have been
but
a
he still
free
stepped
kick
across it.
If he was outside the box, I don't think you get a penalty for that one.
Good tackle.
Pogba's booked there.
Oh, fuck off. That was a cat.
It's a booking. It's a
fuck
booking.
off,
He don't get
ref.
the ball, does he?
It's a blatant booking,
He
but
don't get the ball.
let's see what happened in the box.
Diving in. Someone said we can't handle the pressure. Fulham going to play like they need 3 points to go top.
That's a foul, you
That's
know.
a fuck. You
That's
telling
a foul,
me?
you know,
That's a pelter.
That's a foul, you know, bro.
That's a foul.
So where's the fucking... Where's VAR for that?
How is that not a foul?
It is a foul.
Because he's controlled the ball.
He controls it with his right foot. I think that is a foul.
That's a fucking... Why are you doing your job, ref?
Are they checking that?
He said it's not a penalty, I think.
Oh, fuck off, ref.
Did I just read his lips right? Did he say it's not a penalty? I've checked it. He checked it.
I told you, hot potato.
That
They
looked
don't
like
want
a
to know.
penalty to me.
From
They don't
City's
wanna
goal
know.
being given and that not be... What the fuck is going on?
That's a penalty. He steps across him, and then Loftus-Cheek kicks through his leg. And
Fred
then
was looking for it, but
Fred
it's a foul.
controls the ball with his right
It's
foot.
a foul, like...
You can't say that Fred just got in the way of him for no reason. He controls the
How
ball.
is this still... How is fucking still playing?
Fuck me.
Fucking Wan-Bissaka again.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka's not started very well at all, giving the ball away there.
Hold on, why ain't no one screwing about this decision, bro? Why are you pussy-hoes just accepting this shit reffing? Someone needs to go hook him up, bro. I would batter a referee, you know, I swear. I would just not be around much longer, man.
I do not
I would absolutely
suggest
flame one
that.
of these
I
shit
would
refs,
not
bro.
do it.
Mark Hatton says VAR taking the night off, obviously. Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't it?
No one's at the fucking controls of
Someone needs
VAR.
to just smack him
First
up in
10
the
minutes,
tunnel,
are
man.
they?
It's the only way to deal with these shit
Still
refs,
getting
bro.
the fucking cup of
Think
teas and
that they're
biscuits.
going to get slapped.
I don't know how that's not a foul. I really don't know. That's not a foul. He steps across
You
him.
get a free kick for it
Loftus-Cheek
all day, that's
kicks
not
his
so
ankle
annoying,
out
I
the
know.
way, just kicks through the back of his foot, and then Fred control. The thing is, if Loftus-Cheek hadn't have kicked him, he would have controlled the ball in the box.
Varney, man. Where's your mobility,
Like what
bro?
you've done is you've stopped him being able to control the ball by kicking his leg as he's trying to stand on the ball, stand on the floor. That's a foul and all.
On his ankle as well, I think.
That's definitely a booking.
That was
But
all
it shouldn't.
day.
It shouldn't
That's
matter.
retaliation.
He should have got wiped
Yeah.
out and brought back for a penalty.
That's retaliation,
Yeah,
that.
You rarely see Pogba, dude. Like, you know, like...
Yeah.
I take
Oh,
down.
he's just fouled
I
me.
take
All
down.
right,
I
cool.
take-
I'm going
I
to
take
slap
down.
you
He's
down.
usually calm enough to not do it, isn't he? But yeah, he was pissed off there. Or maybe he just thought, I'm not going to be able to catch him and I can't.
Yeah, we kind of need it.
Take one for the team.
Yeah. You think we're going to see Rashford after about 15 minutes, like you just said before? Rashford's warming up on the touchline. He's got to come on. I won't be surprised. Fuck's sake. I
Start
hate
fucking creating now, Reds.
No.
Fuck. You've had 12 minutes of this now. Just shake it out your system and play.
Wan-Bissaka as well. It's not like he's been brought in, is it? He's played pretty much every game.
That was fizzed at
Yeah,
me
it
by
was.
fucking Bruno then.
It's poor from Pogba there. And Luke Shaw's flattened someone wrong.
And then Pogba couldn't, you know, because Pogba's been booked already, he couldn't
Yeah.
then even go for that second one because those are the kind of ones you give away a foul on.
And
No, he got booked for that foul on Pogba.
I think it's safe for that foul on Fred. Which foul on Pogba? On the where he stood on his foot?
Yeah. That we thought was just before.
That
his
was
foul.
less of a foul than the fucking Fred one.
Or was it for the one on Bruno? Because Bruno got whacked as well, didn't he,
Yeah.
after the ball?
Not sure.
That Anguissa is so tricky as well. It looks like he doesn't know what he's going to do. Like,
But next
so
thing you
it's
know, he's
so
like-
confusing because
Yeah.
it's like he doesn't know what he's doing himself. So how the fuck am I supposed to know? Go on, Wayne. Come on, lads. Let's turn this around.
Fred.
Come on, I say.
Oh, Bruno, lad. First touch. Where is it, son? Come on.
Come on, I say
Give
it
it him,
yourselves.
Harry. Come on, Shaw. Come on, we'll be all right in this game, man. Come on, lads. Be sound. Good luck.
tackle.
Get that back now, Marshall.
Press him, press him.
Go on, Fred.
Fulham's only lost what had been 2 out of 5 of their games against the top 6 this season, and then obviously starting this game well.
Well, they lost against Arsenal, didn't they? And people
But they're
fucking
not
still
top 6
include
though,
them
are
in
they?
the top 6.
Well, we haven't included them here. It's City, Leicester, United.
No,
now,
but when people
Liverpool,
are talking about
Tottenham,
us,
and Everton.
top 6, and then
Yeah.
they put a team.
Well, they lost
at
to
10.
Chelsea.
Yeah, and you don't include Leicester in that, who won the league
Yeah.
5 years
They
ago.
lost to
And are top
Chelsea.
of the league.
And are top of the league. But you do
Cavani,
include
man.
Arsenal.
Man.
who
Going
haven't won it
on,
in
Reds.
15
Come
years.
on.
16 years. Not looking particularly good at so far, are we, United? Just a bit
Sluggish.
Yeah, a bit nothing so far. Not really keeping the ball that well. Not really looking dangerous. The movement's not really there. A few passes that just seem a bit lazy.
This is where we need a spark, man. We need a spark. You can't rely on one player to like ignite the team, much as you want to, but it's not fair on him.
Bruno, you're talking about?
Yeah, it's not fair on him.
Yeah. Martial on the right, Luke Shaw overlapping. Poor ball from Martial.
Why has he stopped his run?
He passed it about 2 yards in front of him, I think.
Yeah, because he stopped his run. Shaw does that a lot, man.
Say Fulham drew with Tottenham last week as well, didn't they?
Yeah. And they lost to Chelsea 1-0, but they looked really good against him. And then I can't remember who it was who got a red card and then just lost him the game essentially. But Fulham were looking really good against Chelsea. Like creating more of the chances, looking more dangerous, and then a stupid red card.
Cavani's better on the wing, you know, because he doesn't stay in the middle.
But it's hard to say he's better on the wing when he's got like 350 goals though in his career.
He used to play on the right or the left at times for Paris, to be fair.
Well, the French league is amateurish, isn't it? With no disrespect.
No, it's not. Come on, we can't.
One team dominates all the time, and you might just get a brief challenge from Marseille or something.
All right, but we got Zlatan, and Zlatan smacked it up here, and he's still smacking it up now. Cavani the same. It's not hardly smacking it up Zlatan levels, but...
Maguire pushing forward a bit, making a bit of space. Martial on the right, good cross.
Unlucky, that's it.
Come on. It looked nice, didn't it? But cleared by the first man.
Help him.
A bit of a better space, and that came
Playing
from
Martial.
Maguire pushing up and breaking the lines himself.
Maguire's done that more recently.
Yeah. I think I saw
that. He's confident. His head was gone early in the season. He had no head, no
Luke
brain.
Shaw with a good cross in there. That's a really good cross.
Cavani changed his run.
Yeah. Ball landing, bouncing in the centre of the goal, about 5 yards out, is it?
Took a flip.
Look, I think the ball changed direction.
Yeah,
Cavani was offside, so he's good to get
lucky he didn't. Yeah, lucky he didn't touch it. We've still got.
Imagine we don't get a corner because Cavani's offside, but City get a goal when they're offside.
Yeah. We're going to rule that corner out for offside.
If they do that, then the game's fucked.
Why am I? You know, I'm less nervous now that we're losing. I feel like we're just going to win, which is scaring me even more.
Oh, fuck off, ref. The ref there leaning over the ball to make sure it's 1 centimetre in the fucking line of the corner flag. Should let that go out there, the Fulham player.
What happened there?
Booted it up the pitch, and sure Martial played a short corner. Martial kind of knocked it through.
But then didn't go himself. It's weird. Why are you going to knock it through his legs and then not go for it?
Whoa.
Come on, give it him a goal.
Come on, United.
Wan-Bissaka, why are you on your fucking heels, bruv?
Bruno's doing that as well, isn't he?
Yeah, come on, man. Why you
push up the pitch? Fucking Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka both playing at right back at the minute. Luke Shaw running back.
That's because Luke Shaw getting back into position takes about 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Miles Van Eaton said, "You have to. You've talked about fans impacting matches. Interested in your opinion on fans being back and affecting the refs/VAR officiating. We've got this, boys. Energy. Do you think that would make a difference to VAR?
Not VAR, maybe refs. Yes,
but like that VAR. Decision there.
Not VAR.
If the crowd
VAR
there,
aren't in the stadium.
If the City crowd were there, it'd still be
fucking
given.
hell. Is that a booking?
He's rock bottomed him.
That's got to be a booking. That. Who was it?
You see, he put his arm around his front
and then just pull him down. Yeah, arm over the shoulder, choke slam. Fucking hell, Luke Shaw with a free kick. It's a good cross as well. That. Wan-Bissaka into the box. I thought he was going to go for the full Valencia then.
Go on.
Wan-Bissaka in the box, pulls it back. It's a good pullback, but not really into the best space, was it? He did well to get it back, but no one there. Mike Smalling says, I don't know about you guys, but I can't stand Jermaine Genius and his super biased commentary.
Jermaine Genius.
Not a fan.
So shit, mate. And yet he gets employed by every channel going. He's on Amazon Prime.
Presenting the One show the other day.
BBC, the fucking One. His agent must be fucking world class, mate. Is Mino Raiola Jermaine Genius's agent?
Probably.
Yeah, Jermaine Genius. And you know what makes me mad about Jermaine Genius? Is he speaks like nobody knows more about the subject than him.
He's a know-it-all.
So don't know the way he speaks is like he's above. I remember once Phil Neville was in the studio with him, and he went to Phil Neville. Oh, you don't need to tell me about playing midfield, Phil. And I was thinking, were you Phil Neville who bossed up Patrick Vieira in midfield, bro? Or are you Jermaine Genius who was injured every week?
Yeah.
You play for Ipswich and them, man.
Yeah, you can say what you want about Phil Neville. Might not be the best player I've ever seen, but he's certainly
like, you know what I mean?
more accomplished, better player than Jermaine Genius. I don't think there's any question about that, personally.
Jermaine fucking Genius.
Well, that's a good player,
That's
though.
a
Luke
horrible
Shaw.
foul. Who got twisted up
Go on,
there?
Luke. Go on, Luke. Do a bit, lad. I like Luke Shaw again, you know.
Absolutely wiped him out then.
I'm back into
Back
Luke
up now.
Shaw. Bruno has a shot. Oh, inside of the post. Fucking hell. Hit the inside of the post there. I did as well. Left foot. Oh, that's so unlucky, that. Martial.
Keep it going, Reds.
Yeah, that's better though. Bruno,
Energy,
nice flip round the corner.
energy.
Go on, Bruno. Ball in. Cavani. Yes! Get in. 1-1.
Matador!
Cavani scores.
Cavani, come on!
What did I say?
Cross from Bruno. It got sort of deflected and bounced back off the goalkeeper, but
Lads,
Bruno there.
I told you.
Fuck off.
Fuck off!
Fuck off.
Come on. I told you he needs to be out in the wing.
Bruno with a great shot with his left foot. Hits the inside of the post. He's so unlucky. And they
that
all
one normally hits
sort
the
of
keeper's head.
Yeah,
And go,
it
goes,
circles
yeah.
back
Well,
down
don't be
from there.
offside, bro.
No, it's not offside. Bruno
It's a square
with a
pass,
lovely
wasn't it?
flick. Yeah, he plays it backwards.
Yeah.
And it comes off the goalkeeper.
Oh, that's shit.
Poor from the
This
goalkeeper.
is what
Did he
VAR
kick the keeper?
does.
He
No.
didn't kick the keeper. Did he?
No,
Fucking
it's
VAR.
fine. Don't worry.
Don't sound.
Yeah,
We're fine, lads. Don't worry about it.
But what
Awful
VAR does,
goalkeeping.
it makes you think
I know,
perfectly
you
valid
doubt
goals like
everything.
this.
No, I agree.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
As soon as you said VAR, you know,
You just think.
fuck.
You just think.
You
they're
can't
gonna find
celebrate.
No, but the thing is, perfectly valid goals like this,
Yeah.
you get scared they're going to get overturned.
Handball,
And
2
then
minutes ago.
when people are 10 yards offside,
Yeah.
you think, yeah, VAR will deal with that.
Yeah.
And they don't check it!
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, you celebrate
Vi-
for 10 seconds, but then you're waiting,
Yeah.
then it's evaporated.
Yeah.
You've got to go.
Yeah. VAR's that thing where it's like. You have,
It's that bastard
I ain't
alarm
got- I
clock
haven't
you
got
don't want
anything to
fucking
hide.
hearing.
Yeah, I haven't got anything to hide. But if the government came in and put cameras in my house, I'd be like, fuck this. There's just that horrible feeling like they're gonna find something, even though we haven't done anything wrong. You just think they're gonna find something. Bruno.
Oh!
Good save.
You sound like Arnold Rimmer. Space Code Directive 124. We'll find something on him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it feels like, though. It's like they will find something. They will find a handball from 3 games ago that they deem to be the same passage of play. Something like-
Buckaroos will fucking
exactly.
get him on
We'll
something.
if we want to get you, we'll get you.
Oh, look at it.
Fulham have
Bruno-
got 2 players
Bruno's looking
named
better
after
today,
a
isn't
boob.
he?
Yeah, he's looking
haven't
good.
Named after a what?
Boob.
Who did-
Areola and Titty.
Yeah, they have actually. I mean, I was going to say, don't be so childish, but there's literally no denying it. Areola couldn't be more so. Luke Shaw with the corner.
And they got a young lad coming through the
Tate.
ranks called Breast. Apparently.
Have they? Not to mention Gabby Babylon's on the left-hand side.
My head's gone.
That's not true.
Me and you should have a team.
There is no such player. I wish there was, though.
Gabby Babylons. That's what like people used to
Yeah,
call
as a kid-
Agbollo when they didn't know his name. Yeah, that Gabby Agbollo.
Gabby Babylons.
Seymour Butts is the striker.
Yeah, exactly.
That's an old Simpsons classic.
Proper old Simpsons, that.
An alcoholic.
Tatty Bojangle, someone said in the comments. This is the best Luke Shaw we've seen. You know what?
No,
I'm close to agreeing with that, and I think you're doing what people do with Nani, what
Bro,
people do with
no.
Berbatov.
Watch a video of Luke Shaw when he just came
Go
to
on,
United.
Puck!
He was no
He's
better.
about 3 times quicker. You think that you're watching a game on 2 times speed? That's how fast
He's
he is.
faster, but I don't think he's better. He still never really got like loads of assists and goals and looked that dangerous. I think maybe he was quicker and he was a bit more energetic and
No one really used to care about fucking
he wasn't
a
the
fullback's
focus.
assist
He wasn't the
before.
focus though, was he, as well?
So
Yeah.
keep him out. Keep him out.
Fulham.
Claim it.
Well
Played
done,
De Gea.
Well done.
Give it to
I'm glad he
Eddie
scored. I really like
Cavani.
him.
Just pass
People saying
him the
Shaw has been
ball
really
and watch
good.
him
Yeah, he has
score
been
all the
good.
goals.
And it was really good against Liverpool, wasn't he? Did a good job on Salah. He's done that a few times where he's coming up against really top players, and at the end of it, the top player hasn't scored, and he's looked quite good.
I think this front three has worked all right as well. That's why I've been saying to you, like, chill, because I've seen Greenwood's kind of occupying some good spaces. Martial, then Cavani's just pulling up in the middle, dropping short sometimes. The defence don't really know who to pick up, where to mark. So if Pogba and Bruno are on it today, and and those three make the right runs and pick their timing, they'll have chances.
And I would say so far, I don't think Pogba's been particularly good, but still a lot of the game left. Bruno's looked much improved over recent weeks so far. Some of his interplay, he's dangerous. He looks a lot more dangerous. I think.
This isn't me saying he's crap today, so that's not what I'm saying.
No, yeah.
But I don't think he's playing any differently to what he has been playing recently, except he's like hit the post and that. So we visibly think, oh shit, Bruno. I think he's always this same kind of influence. He just plays on the edge all the time.
He tries to make something happen with every single pass.
So he can have days where everything will go wrong, but he'll probably still score the winner. In fact, he's had those days.
He's had loads
because
of those
he plays on the edge.
He can do something out of nothing.
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka has been poor so far.
It's like Rashford as well. Plays on the edge.
Yeah.
He could easily be having a great game or a shit game.
But it can still do something. Get something. Both that with Rashford as well. Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, Rashford will often you'll be like, he's been poor today. And then statistically, you look at his dribbles and his shots on target and his goals.
And he'll play a pass.
It's been his best game all season.
And
but
he'll play a pass and we get a goal.
Yeah, to watch him.
Or he'll score a
goal.
goal.
Just frustrated. Oh, he's got a slap in the face there, Bruno. I don't think it was a foul, but looked like it was painful. Fred. Oh, no, it's by. Fulham not really had much of the ball since that first 5 minutes, have they?
No.
Do you expect them to sort of sit back a bit and hold on for the draw now? Do you think they'll push out again now we've got the equaliser?
I don't think. I think they're just waiting for a chance. You know, like they don't need to open up. They don't need to stress too much. And when I think you look at Cavallero, Lookman, they're players that will enjoy playing on the break. So if they break the ball down on the edge of their box, get it to Cavallero, he brings the ball down, brings Ademola Lookman in. That's where they're going to be better anyway, when they can get running at Harry Maguire and that. So I think that would be part of their plan to kind of sit in and try and spring a break.
Fuck, that would have been a cracking pass, that.
Because their goal kind of came from, it wasn't a counter-attack, but it was like a fast play through the pitch, wasn't it? And it kind of caught us off guard a bit. We still had a high line when they played the ball through. We weren't sat back.
That won't happen again.
You'd hope not.
I'm more confident in this that the lads will be like, all right, send that now.
Wan-Bissaka switched off a little bit.
You feel that way with this team.
The centre-back switched off a little
they're
bit.
They're adults in there, so it's going to be all right. Lads,
not
watch
again.
out for
No more of that.
Fucking hell, Paul.
Martial thought Shaw was behind him there, didn't he? Just sort of dummied the pass.
No, I don't even think he did. I think just Pogba's hit it quite. That's poor from the keeper.
Really poor. And Cavani
right under his arm.
Almost hits it straight into the goal, and it goes under the goalkeeper.
Should have smashed. Imagine he accidentally kicked his head. Oh, I love that roar. I love that roar. Do the roar. Bailly probably went up to him. Do the roar. Do the roar. Do the roar.
Do the little arrow thing.
Do the roar.
That was so funny. That.
Could someone get me that clip off Shrek, please? So I can tweet it.
Wan-Bissaka.
Do the roar.
Good cross. Good cross.
Wan-Bissaka. Martial.
He jumped too early, man.
Yeah, he was like falling as he headed it, wasn't he? He was heading down.
Charlie
Lean says Fulham has a wonder kid named Humongous. Perhaps. Yeah, I think it does come off the defender. Actually, does it come off his hand?
It's good defending.
No, it don't come off his hand. It comes off his shoulder.
Come on,
Corner
Reds.
to United.
Come on.
Luke Shaw with it.
Get your head on it.
All of them these days. He's quite good as well. Ball in the box.
Fucking every time, Maguire. Fucking every time. Fucking free head on. You can't even hit the fucking target.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That was poor, that one.
Sorry for swearing.
Back to the pre-Burnley Maguire, that, wasn't it?
He had one of the
I
same.
think he got up too early.
He had one against Chelsea last year, same position, and he powered it home.
Yeah, he did.
Newcastle as well, wasn't it?
Lads, I'm super calm today. I'm bothered by this.
Yeah, I don't like how calm you're being. You should
Like,
be
even
stressed
that,
out.
I'm not bothered that Harry Maguire just missed an open header in the box.
Should have.
That normally is the thing
That's
that grinds
one
my
of your
gears the
biggest
most.
like gripes, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
Should've
man,
done
maybe
better
I'm
there.
just so confident that 21's coming. I don't know.
Maybe that seems like it might be that. Maguire has missed so many free headers this season. He has.
Played. Who was that?
Then Maguire will turn up and score one in a game you don't expect.
Yeah, like Burnley.
He should have scored then, no, to be fair.
Yeah, he should. He should. Yeah, you got to get it on target.
At least you got to test the keeper.
The
with
mad
it.
thing
fucking
is,
7 yards
you know,
out,
if he was
centre of the
clearing,
goal.
you know, if he just went up for that thinking, right, I got to clear this header and I've got to clear it that way, he'd probably score. But because in his head he's like, I'm going to fucking score this.
Just battering it as hard as you can.
Yeah, trying to get more on it.
If he'd have just guided it, just nodded it down, but forward, he could have easily got it in. You know,
That's a foul.
Loftus Cheek there, trying
Thank
to
you.
turn Eric Bailly, but fouling him.
He should have given a penalty away out as well.
He was lucky with that, I think.
Oh, they got a bum cheek as well.
Who? Oh, Ruben left arse cheek. That's him, yeah. You like that? What are you doing? No, I just rubbing my left arse cheek.
Lovely.
We got titty, breast.
We're in year 7, I think, aren't we, Adam?
So what if we have schoolboy type banter?
Mr. Farskin.
Sorry, we're not as serious as you.
Excuse me?
Mr. Farskin.
Who's that?
I don't know. I've
Oh,
heard
good
the
man.
phrase over the years.
Are you just making names up now?
Yeah.
Andy, because I mean we haven't been.
No euphemism in that at all, is there?
Yeah, just foreskin.
Mr. Penis Man.
Just
penis
Mr. Cock.
You're like,
Yeah, I've heard of Mr.
There's
Cock.
meant to be a euphemism
Alcock.
to it, Andy.
Mr. Alcock.
Yeah.
There you go. That one worked.
Mr.
Alcock.
Vagina. You're like, no, Andy, it's meant to be a euphemistic, not just. People in the comments saying Joe hates Pogba.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
And Marshall.
That's not true.
You talk garbage about them too.
About Pogba?
Yeah, but if Bruno Rashford
Not like
do
the
same-
T-shirt said.
But if Bruno or Rashford do the same, you don't say anything.
I don't think that's true.
It is true.
No, it's not.
It just is. These are just facts, isn't it?
But the thing, the problem you have, especially with Marshall, is Bruno and Rashford don't do the same because what they do is score. Do you know what I mean? This season,
Well, I mean,
you can't say if
Marshall
they
was
did the
better
same.
than Rashford last season.
Well, I think they were.
Player of the year last season, and in 2
Yeah.
months, people are already like, "Yeah, it's fucking shit."
But
Sell him.
I haven't said he's always been shit, have I? I've said, is it a concern that
And it's
our
like
front three
Pogba.
have been
I'm
in difficult
joking a
times
little
this
bit,
season?
but-
Yeah, I know you are.
I see what people
You
are
can see
saying.
the
But
potential.
Paul Pogba, I've defended ever since he's been at Manchester United.
If that's what you call defending,
What? What,
then
what,
you
what
are
have
the,
I even said about
then
Pogba?
you are the William Prunier of defence.
What have I
Me and
even
him
said
have
about
come to
Pogba?
me and him have come to verbals outside Old Trafford over Pogba over the years.
Yeah, because sometimes you fall for the Kool-Aid, Andy, that these talk sport types and Sun types want you to drink.
I've defended Paul Pogba the whole time he's been at Man United.
As long as he's performing, I've got no gripes. And he has been performing.
Scott McTominay.
No, there's a midfielder. None of this Paul Pogba nonsense. Scott McTominay, that's who you want.
See, like I used to
Next
say,
sauce.
McTominay, yeah, was awful, and now I say his sound. I love him. Like you can get things wrong and then admit it. Oh, that's a foul, ref. Thank
Right,
you.
but
very
who's
much.
got-
This is Bruno's goal. This
I hope so.
is a Bruno goal. Just letting y'all know, so you can get the clips and stuff ready.
If this goes in, I want the lottery numbers for Saturday night, please, Adam.
Do you think I'd give them someone else? So I just share my winnings. Fucking hell, Andy.
Fuck
I
yeah.
weren't born yesterday.
I thought we were bros.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, but
bros are
it's
giving
all
you
coming out
half
now,
a
isn't
euro
it?
million. It's a little bit, it's a little bit of a stretch.
Is that
I've
the
still
air-
got beef
is-
with you for having me known as the Andy Tate guy around the world.
It'll be at the airport within 15 minutes, this one.
Yeah, sat
With a-
there, can't
with
fly
a-
anywhere.
Yeah, with a suitcase full of cash.
Have you seen that guy who wins the lottery and turns up in like a Scream mask? That would be me.
To the things I know knows who he is. Bruno's got a free kick then. Corner of the 18-yard box. Wowzers. Well over the top there.
Mate, there could have been a goal on top of that goal and it would have cleared both of them.
Yeah, it would have.
He was literally 5 points for Wigan. Or whatever the scoring system is.
I think it's 3. Assuming you're on about rugby of any description. It might be 1 actually. Oh, fuck's sake, I don't know.
It's not 1, is it?
No, I think it's 3 for a kick.
It's
like
2, isn't it?
conversion.
It's 2, innit?
He used to love rugby.
No,
as a
not
kid.
for a-
He used to love rugby league.
Conversion is
No,
1.
you get the 3 and then you get the 1, innit?
No, you get 5 and then you get 1.
So you get the 3 and then you get 2.
Did you have a team growing up? Rugby
What, a
league?
rugby league? No.
Oh, Wigan Warriors.
Would have got chased out of ends if I had a rugby team.
Yeah. Don't have rugby.
Well, not
works
Wigan
out
Warriors.
really.
Called a tour.
The old Wigan.
Should have slipped Marshall in there.
Oh, fucking hell, Greenwood
Ace,
trying
man.
to chuck
Gonna
people
fucking
about there,
mark us
wasn't
then.
Caught him.
Someone's at his
Accident.
shin
Should have passed the ball.
there. Yeah. He sort of was like always
Oh, no,
kind of never in control of it, was it?
It weren't on.
Yeah, it's an accident.
If he tried to pass, it would have got blocked. It's my bad.
What's he even done there?
He's caught him. He stood on
He
him.
just stands on him as he's going past. Clearly an accident.
That wasn't actually a foul, you know.
Conversion is 2 points. Thank you.
That wasn't actually a foul.
No, I don't think it was.
Remember when Scott Parker got PFA Player of the Year when he got relegated? That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, bro. It's like,
Why did they give
you
it
can
him?
be a bang average English player that runs around, screams, "Oh, I got passion, mate. I got fucking passion," and play for a team in London, and these mugs down there that write for these bullshit newspapers will give you Player of the Year. Fucking mugs.
Like John Terry.
That's why everything that comes out of Arsenal gets so overrated.
Dangerous cross from Cavani. That's a good
That's a
tackle,
foul.
though.
That's a
No,
foul.
that's a good
Fucking hell, he
ball,
took
that.
out 2 there.
But Bruno passed that. He never tackled that.
Win
ball.
it. Go on, mate. Oh.
Apparently it's 5 points for a try, 2 points for the conversion, and 3 points for a penalty.
And 5 points for Wigan.
5 points for Wigan, boys.
That's what basically I used to take free kicks from my teams, and if I missed one, that's what you usually hear.
There he gets the ball.
If anything,
Ooh.
Bruno fouls him.
Bruno stands on his hip as he goes
And
over
then
him.
Shaw just shagged Bruno.
Philip Glover says, watching this with the sound off because I enjoy your banter more. Cheers for the content, lads. Thank you very much, Philip.
I've just been informed on good authority. It's snowing.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Philip Harris says, Chris Hawkins in the chat and I grew up. Chris Hawkins in the chat and I grew up together. We live 1 kilometre apart now and found each other in the chat. Random. 2 Carolina boys who love United. That's cool, isn't it? This chat's
me
like
see
friends
that.
reunited.
Let me see that.
You can't touch the thing, but you can read it from there.
It's
Look.
my tablet, John.
I know, but Covis.
Is that a bread?
Chris Hawkins in the chat and I grew up together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
That's
you know.
good, isn't it?
Can
So
we
they-
get used to on a video?
They
at some
made
point?
it. They met each other in the chat here.
Can
Realised they
you-
were friends.
Can you email us both at fulltimedevs@gmail.com?
Mm.
I think it could be quite cool to get you both on a video.
Yeah, that would be good. People saying that's
No,
a reunion.
no, take him out. Block it. Well,
Oh, wow. That was a shocking
You
touch,
don't have to do
that.
anything when you got a touch like a
It was
dog.
a terrible touch, wasn't it?
A touch like Buckaroo.
that was a chance that for Fulham.
Cavallero.
Caballero.
Plays it through as well.
And he was onside as well.
Maguire's fault.
And this touch is he kicks it off his left foot onto his right foot. That's another good
tackle.
slide tackle there, fucking hell. Well up for the slide tackles today. Fergal McClements, this is a very good game showing how far we've come, 1-0 down and felt comfortable. Kind of like you, Adam, where you were saying you felt all right. Felt inevitable we'd score and probably will again. That is very confident,
Is it
isn't
delusion or
That's
is it comfort? Are we
well,
just good?
it's based on
What you know.
statistics of this season, isn't it?
Experience.
Sorry, I struggled to get that one out there, Andy. I don't know what happened to me there.
Have you swallowed a dictionary tonight?
It's based on the statistics of this season, though, where we've done that.
Oh!
Was it 6 times in the league?
Harry
And
Maguire just did a little cheeky. A little
37.50.
oopsie.
A little, absolutely, maybe even a whoopsie, that one.
Oh, very cute.
It was an oopsie or a whoopsie. I can't
Very
decide
cute.
which. It was nice either way, though. Pogba. Oh, I thought it looked like he wanted to play that one over to Cavani, didn't he?
Cavani was like,
Good cross, good.
He was like, are you going to give it or are you going to give it? Give it. He's going to give it.
Tarek saying Adam Mckola loves Pogba.
Yeah, I do. Say something. I really don't care. I don't know why people think telling a Man United fan that they love their players is a bad thing. You should have seen me when I was growing up, bro. I had curtains because of Beckham.
Not on your head, not in your window.
Curtains.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hairstyle.
yeah.
I had
Man United bedding.
I think Andy
Yeah.
just come in his pants. I had all sorts, mate. Like, you know.
Man United lampshade.
Yeah, I was that. You know when you went somewhere. You know when we used to go to the seaside, yeah, like somewhere Weston-super-Mare,
Thinking
Blackpool,
trolling.
Devon,
Yeah.
wherever you used to go, and you used to go to a gift shop, and you used to have these bullshit certificates. #1 Man United fan. #1 Liverpool.
What do you mean they were
fan.
bullshit?
#1, yeah.
Oh,
You know, my
license
mum
plate
used to
were
get
legit.
me them.
You get these
like,
door-
Man
the
U
thing
fan
for your
door.
door.
Flats
Manchester
for your
United
door.
fan's bedroom with your name on it. Luckily,
Yeah.
I had you know, my name's Adam.
Adam
so
7.
I could find it.
Danger, don't come in.
Yeah.
Man United fan lives here.
And he was the Red Power Ranger as well.
I found, so obviously in my house was going through my old bedroom, and on one of the doors, like in marker, I had drawn out like it must have been the 11 at that time. That was my favourite 11, Man United 11 in it. I had written weird stuff on it and that. But anyway, the 11 on the wall was like, I think it had Ben Foster.
Wait, so you weren't even that young then?
No, we weren't Ben Foster. So no.
2010.
Yeah, you were.
No,
you
he
were
weren't
20.
Ben Foster. No, he weren't Ben Foster. Who was the keeper then?
Van der Gaal?
No.
When? What year?
It was in like. I was in school, so it would have been secondary school.
Bosnich.
05 time. Howard.
Tim Howard, yeah.
Like had Tim Howard on it.
Ooh.
Things like that. That's not a high foot. That's a low head.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I hate. Low heads giving us high foots.
Yeah, everybody hates low head.
It wasn't that it was a foul. It was just that I thought he'd kicked him in the face that I was wincing at. Go on. So you had Tim Howard.
Like I think Kieran Richardson might have been on
Take
it.
him out.
Phil
Take him
Bardsley.
out.
Like like all that. Like,
Oh no! Take him out.
That's a booking for Fred there, I reckon.
Fucking hell!
Got away with it.
How can 3 players not stop 1 player?
Well, they did.
Yeah, but by fouling him, can't even
Lookman's
get the
good
ball.
goal, He's got great ball skill.
Yeah, he's a
ball control.
He's a problem. Yeah, he's got good feet.
Yeah, Fred's just fucking had enough by the end, hasn't he? Stepping across everything there.
Fred's like Paul Scholes. Sometimes he can't tackle.
Free kick to Fulham. 35 yards out. Played it short for some reason.
Charge him down. Charge it down.
Chipping it into the box, and that's easy for Martial to head away. That was a strange decision, wasn't it? Wasn't the best header, but I mean, even so, he was just played a free kick short and then tried to chip it up by the time everyone was offside. That's a better one. Free header.
Come off his shoulder.
Yeah, I think it was Lookman again.
Oh,
actually, I don't think it was. Fred bringing it out. I think Fred was a bit lucky not to get booked there, wasn't he? Because by the end, he wasn't even going for the ball there. He was just sort of taking whatever he could.
Man?
Who was it?
Don't know who it was.
Bruno.
It was Bruno went to play a long ball. I just don't know who he was trying to get. Just seems
Come on,
really
Reds.
aimless.
Come on.
Oh, so we're sort of pressing one man at a time, aren't we? Not like a cohesive.
I think we're trying to
That's a
get
bit
them
better.
into a little bit of
a corner.
false sense.
So they have to
security.
do this where the
Yeah.
goal is booting it up, and then you win this one.
And then
Sure
you
to
should
Pogba.
turn and get the pass out.
That's a good pass. That's a nice pass as well. Fred out to Wan-Bissaka.
Be a great time to score this because then you
Yeah.
force them to come out in the second half.
Yeah. Good. Wan-Bissaka's pass is man easy there.
Oh,
That's a
good
ball
cross,
to the back
good cross.
post. Martial.
Don't foul anyone there.
Why does nobody go in? Follow in?
There's only one at the back. It wasn't. It's never. How can I explain it? It was a good cross.
Yeah.
But it's not a good.
You got no one there to feed off the scraps.
Anybody.
There's no one there to feed off the
It
scraps,
was
though.
just a big loop in the air.
And
Wasn't
you've
it?
got to do a lot to get that in. Like, here's better. Oh, I should have scored that one.
Martial.
Should have hit the
scored that
target.
one. Why has he gone up so early,
Should have
man?
hit the target.
You got
He's that
so
Luke
much
Shaw. It's a
space to
lovely
just
cross
wait
from
there.
Shaw. And he's onside, good run, and he just jumps.
You could have let that fall to him. Nah,
It's
not that bad,
contested
actually.
more than I thought it was.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, their defender's kind of there as well, isn't he? Trying to nod it backwards. A few of them now, innit?
Yeah, we had a couple. Harry Maguire as well.
Yeah,
He'll get the winner
that was
today.
the worst one. The Maguire one was the worst one.
Yeah.
It's going to happen, you know.
Who? Martial?
Tony winner.
I hope so. If you could have anyone score, would it be?
Oh,
Martial?
anybody, mate. I don't
Anybody,
care.
Harry Maguire could score the
At
winner.
this point in the season, I don't care.
As Brucey
I
says,
do care about that.
points mean prizes.
That was shit, that from Bruno.
What are they doing at Craven Cottage? Do you know? They're
Building a new
something.
main stand
Are they?
with luxury apartments.
What? Built into the stand?
Yep.
Yeah.
A couple of luxury
Imagine that,
hotel.
you're trying to have your Sunday dinner. It's just on the fucking or your cutlery rattling on your table.
Well, some
You
stadiums
know
are
what
have
I'm
a
like,
lion.
Some
gravy like wobbling on the plate.
Some stadiums are like that, though, aren't they?
but-
The Reebok's got an hotel built
Oh, that's
into it.
poor,
Has
that
it?
is. Who passed that? to
Hotel's
Greenwood?
different though because
Who
you
passed
go
that
there
to
for the
Greenwood
match.
then?
Yeah, Chelsea's got one.
That's it.
Yeah, Chelsea's got a
Bro, Greenwood, look at him and say, you pussy.
I think it's a shed end.
Just say that.
The shed
say,
end.
what the fuck was that?
Shed end's got an hotel above it.
That's it.
I don't see that enough from this.
Whether
Old
you can
Trafford
watch-
Cricket Ground has as well.
Yeah, whether you can look down into Stamford Bridge is another thing.
Yeah.
I want to see players. You know when someone gives them a shit pass? Look at him like he's
Yeah,
just...
we're just getting pictures, Fulham and aiming to...
He's just running to your house on Christmas Day,
Riverside.
pissed on your mum. That's how you need to be looking at him. Like, what the fuck are you?
Well, who else? Ferry. It looks like a boat. And all that bloody
It's like
football
a ferry,
stand.
doesn't it?
Yeah?
Swimming pool in the stand.
A swimming pool in the football stadium. Well,
That's
it's
a
an
lot,
hotel.
That's Fulham for you, though, isn't it?
I mean, they're the only football stadium with a neutral end.
Luxury ice cream vans as well.
They have a neutral stand.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But Fulham's it's in one of the wealthiest areas in the country, that ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's no surprise they've got what
Still a
looks
shit
like
hole.
it's going to be.
Oh, yeah. Ronan Keating made a big movie there, didn't he? Well,
It's one of the best looking British stadiums.
sung a song for the movie there.
Looks like it should be in like,
Notting Hill, innit? Notting Hill area, Fulham.
Go on, mate.
Near Chelsea, innit?
Go on, mate.
Yeah,
Greenwood. On his left. Oh, got blocked. When you get it on that left, you think it's going in, don't you? Just got blocked.
Press.
Into stoppage time now. Wan-Bissaka winning the ball back.
Aaron's settled a bit more in this
He has,
game.
yeah.
Started off like fucking
Shaky,
he was
wasn't
me.
he? Yeah. Very shaky first 10, but yeah, he's looking better. Greenwood there. Once he got it on his left foot, I thought that was in. Just couldn't quite get it out quick enough, could he? The ball got blocked in the end. Fred. Maguire. Wan-Bissaka again. It's a bit better. Greenwood into Bruno. Fred, we've got a minute left before the end of it. That's shit
fucking
pass.
awful,
that.
man. It was the right idea, though.
Yeah.
It's just poorly executed because Martial peeled off. If he could have just got it into his chest rather than fucking...
But that's not what Fred's good at, though, is it? Them like...
Sometimes he is,
tight
but when he
little
does
passes.
it, it's like he sees it and rushes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're showing
They're
us.
just showing
they're
the
literally showing the
screen.
swimming pool.
What football stadium? Is there any other football stadiums in the world that has a swimming pool?
What looks
into
like
the stand?
That looks like
though.
a public swimming pool as well. That's not like a physio little pool in
Could be a
inside
gym.
for the
Could
players.
be a gym in it.
Yeah,
That
that's
could be
like
the-
that had sun lounges on it.
But that could be the equivalent of the penthouse, isn't it? With
Yeah,
its
but
own
still.
pool. Yeah, that's what I was about
Imagine
to say.
watching the game
Hopefully
from
one
sat
of
in the
those
pool.
apartments are on
It
Airbnb.
is very nice.
And we can Airbnb it for a game.
Fan cams in the pool, like Adam. Would you do it?
Oh yeah, 2-pack style, California love. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. 2-pack style in the tub after the game. Oh yeah. What do you think? Oh yeah. We won 3 points. Come on.
California love.
Yeah.
Half time, Man United 1, Fulham 1. We're going to be getting the half-time show with Stephen and Ronaldo in a few moments. But before that, give us your thoughts on that first half, Andy.
We'll say sloppy first 10 minutes, but we came into it and we've been more dominant. But we should be 2-1 up.
Yeah. We made a few chances, didn't we? Maguire's header, Martial header, a couple of, Bruno hit the inside of the post, but that led to the goal, so we wouldn't have got that as well. But we were pretty shit first 10 minutes, weren't we?
I wouldn't say shit. We just made that sloppy mistake for their goal.
Sloppy start first 10 minutes.
But I don't think we were shit, and I think we've settled into it a little bit more. We've got the ball down, started playing, and we're looking a little bit more confident. The only problem is, as the game goes on, if it stays 1-0, Fulham are going to look less likely to try and break out, so they're going to sit in more, and we'll have to break them down. So hopefully we can get that goal early in the second half.
Could have possibly had a penalty as well. That
Should have
Fred
had a
one.
penalty.
Fred, ball played into Fred, who sort of stepped across Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who kicked his left foot.
Well, let's say this game finishes as it has today.
Yeah.
You will see how just today alone VAR has an impact on the title race.
Yeah.
When you look at City's,
Which is what it's meant to do, is
But not a
eliminate
negative
that,
one.
isn't
Yeah.
it? It's meant to eliminate negative decisions which impact title races. We've seen
It's
City today
causing-
have a clearly offside goal
It's
left
causing
on.
trouble. It's causing trouble. Well, Pep, he'll go like it was a goal.
Yeah.
They won't admit to anything, the managers. They just take the look. But I think VAR will contribute to major controversy this season.
You've said it for a while, haven't you? How you think refs kind of
in the
running,
running. I will say in the last 10 games, there's going to be a meeting of refs. Like this could be the openest title race we had in years. 6-7 teams could go to the last day, and you got to have refs on the ball because it could decide a league title for someone.
It's interesting, isn't it, that before refs used to. I think one of the things people talked about with VAR is that they didn't want refs to get too much pressure on them and too much hate, so they're kind of taking it so that things can be reviewed, so that ref wouldn't get abuse. but it's going to be even worse because now there's 4 refs looking at it instead of just one.
Thing is, though, the ref on the pitch won't give it. The ref in the control room won't give it.
Yeah.
Either linesman won't see it. They're passing it to each other.
Yeah.
I don't want it. It's too hot.
Yeah.
And this is where you've got to have grow some balls. It's going to cost someone.
It is. Right, let's throw over to Stephen and Ronaldo for the halftime show. What did you think of that first half, lads?
Scintillating football. Couldn't keep my eyes off it. I think we're the best team in the world. What do you reckon?
I'd have to disagree with you.
Yes, you should.
As everyone else would. That's probably watching.
Yeah, you should.
But anyway, back to actual legit analysis on the game. It was a bit. We started off slow in it. I was gonna come in at half time if you didn't get an equaliser and say that it's when Rashford doesn't play we look like we lack a little bit of his energy. For all the mistakes he makes sometimes, and sometimes he's occasionally frustrating, he is the energizer bunny of the United team.
I think there's a few issues.
I think he's a spark even.
I think both Greenwood and Martial don't look on it tonight. I think Darren Bissaka's probably getting a lot of the abuse. He started the game bad, had a poor touch, had De Gea ping something at him which he just struggled to control, play someone in onside. That goal was a strange one for me because we had Paul Pogba in the back line. And I reckon someone like Bays probably looked along the line and gone, we've got bodies, it's cool. A ball's been played. Now, a centre mid, certainly a centre mid of the sort of mentality of Pogba, isn't going to chase Lookman. I think Bayer would have probably kept pace with him and maybe even might have got to challenge him, but Pogba's just got lost by him.
So are you almost saying that the midfield dynamic of Fred and Pogba, like at the base, isn't defensively solid?
No, what I'm saying is, Pogba, get out of the fucking back line. You're not supposed to be here, and let the back line marshal the back line. Because Lookman went and stood on Paul Pogba. So if he'd have stood on Bayer, I think Bayer keeps pace with him and makes a challenge. Maguire probably even at least attempts a challenge, even if he's not going to keep.
Do you know what? It was a strange goal to concede because it almost seemed slow motion. Like, it almost seemed like time stopped still. It didn't look like the defender sprinted back. You know what causes that? That bullshit of when they don't lift the flag up until about a day later.
Yep. And you
think, so I reckon the defenders are thinking it's probably offside, so they've not sprinted back. I know you got to play to the whistle, but it kind of does encourage that response.
Yeah.
And that's probably what happened. I don't know, man.
Yeah, so a bit of a strange one. Bruno went close just before. I tell you what, the best bit of play all night was Bruno playing it off the goalkeeper for Cavani.
That was probably the best assist that he's had this season.
Yeah, it was a great assist, that. Don't know if they'll mark it down though because the keeper got involved, so, you know.
And all that, but...
Yeah, but it was fantastic for him to play it off a goalkeeper like that.
We've not really had that many more clear-cut opportunities. We've had the gamely Maguire miss from a corner.
Yeah,
free header.
It's getting boring now, I'm going to be honest.
50p.
I think now's the time for us. I mean, clearly they thought they had a different idea. Who was it? Was it Shaw and Marshall?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that all about? I don't know.
Not on the same wavelength, right? It just seemed a little bit off all over the pitch.
United, and that's not well drilled. Or...
Not well drilled.
Not paying attention to the
all right,
drills.
So if you're going for that not well drilled narrative, who does that fall on?
That's on the manager.
On Ole?
Yep, or his staff, yeah. Or a combination thereof.
In terms of not just drilling, but in terms of getting the team up for the game.
No, not
because
it's
weird for me. It's easy to say as a fan, but starting off as slow as we did and being as lethargic as we did, it's a bit baffling because you're in a title race. That's the realistic truth of it, whether you'd like to believe it or not. We're there or thereabouts. You've seen City win their game and go top. That should ignite you.
You would hope.
To try and respond, we're going to beat Fulham and get back on top. It looked a bit, I don't know, it just doesn't look like it means as much to the players sometimes as it should do.
Well, I agree with Roy Keane on this, that it's not necessarily the manager's job to get you up for a game. Yeah, no. I think you've got to be coming into the changing room self-motivated. Yeah. I do. I think it's the manager's job to give you instructions on how the shape and the sort of method of attack he wants you to use. And I think it's also on the manager for set pieces. Those are controls that's in the manager's hands. Your motivation's not in my hands. His motivation's not in my hands.
It's always in the player's hands, but it can be like encouraged, or it can be
Or
almost enforced
it can be
by a manager.
recognised if you're looking off it all week in training. I go, do you know what?
Yeah.
You're sitting this one out because you've not looked at it for me this week in training. That is on the manager. You're right.
Yeah, we are. We are seeing a lot of Wan-Bissaka criticism in the comments. I will agree he's had probably a Hall of Shame first half. I'm not gonna lie. Pure Gaming has said Wan-Bissaka isn't.
Why
a
is there
footballer.
loads of fucking comments about me saying stuff about Luke Shaw? Literally not even
Wait a
mentioning Luke
second.
Shaw. Pull your fucking heads out
Wait
your
a second,
ass.
Steve. Forget Shaw, mate. We're talking about Wan-Bissaka. Pure Gaming has said Wan-Bissaka isn't a footballer. Surely awful. Well, one of them things isn't true because he is a footballer. Whether you think he's awful or not is a matter of opinion. He's not played well today. So I don't know. He looks a bit. I think it's been a continual thing. I think he's had a bad run of form recently, Wan-Bissaka. People are saying that offensively he's a weak link, and I think in games where we're becoming more and more attacking and getting more of the ball, I think it's exposing him a little bit more. And he's had more than enough time to surely improve that side of his game.
Do you know what? I think he was signed with an idea that he would go along a certain trajectory and this would happen. And I think you would have to say, offensively, he is the weak link. Not helped by the fact we have nobody right wing in front of him. I think he would certainly look a little bit better. He would probably also look a little bit better with a consistent right wing partner because they would know, like, I mean, you saw it with when he overlapped Greenwood. Now, they would get to know those runs. They would get to know when to stay and when to go just by playing together more regularly if he had a more consistent partner.
Right. Someone said not going to mention De Gea for that goal either.
No.
What the hell would De Gea... Fucking quality finish. Bottom corner. Good pace on it. I think people look for any reason to blame De Gea sometimes.
Fred penalty.
Fred penalty. 100% a penalty.
Yeah, I thought it was a penalty.
And I said it was a bit of compensation in it. Or not compensation, but just refs... rolling with the agenda and narrative that United are getting so many penalties.
Get it,
you know what I'm saying? So I think we've got to have more blatant pens for them to give it now. But in my belief, if it's a pen, it's a pen, simple as. But I think they're just humans and they do listen to the noise. Do you think they shouldn't listen to the noise?
In the comments there, Matthew saying, not a pen for me, went down too easy. Look, mate, this is football. It's been this way for about 25 years, pal. Like, you know, it's a foul. We've seen them given for us. We've seen them given against us. That, by today's standards, agree or disagree, is a foul, and it's a penalty.
And you know, with the Wan-Bissaka thing, in terms of people always letting his offensive play go because of how good he is defensively, especially 1v1, there's other sides to defending other than 1v1 that he is lacking quite a lot.
He seems to always lack about the cross that comes in when he's last man.
And his positioning's not the best either. He does get caught out because
he covers up for it a lot because he's rapid.
Yeah.
And he'll always cover the ground, and he always seems to put that shift in. But I think if I'm Ethan Laird, I'm saying I'm putting in a 10 out of 10 every single week. Got another assist last night for MK Dons.
Yeah.
I'm putting in a 10 out of 10, and I'm going to make Ollie make a decision. Ethan Laird's got the potential to comfortably overtake him.
It goes beyond that, though, when it comes to
politics. £50 million signing.
A £50 million signing. There's pressure to play him. People don't like to admit failure. And it will look like a bit of a failed sign or a little bit like an overpay.
What's Cameron saying here now? Oh, go out on loan just like Reece James did. Are we going to ignore how quickly he got turned last night as well, by the way? Anything to say on that, Cameron? No, I fucking thought
that is a fucking stupid suggestion. Wan-Bissaka on loan.
No, he's talking about Ethan being on loan.
Oh.
It's okay.
It's all right. I thought he was actually referring to that.
Yeah.
That's why I don't speak to Cam when I'm on this.
If Ollie really is Fergie 2.0, politics shouldn't matter. They do matter, though.
No, they do matter, trust me.
They do matter.
They actually do. But in terms of second half, what are you predicting? Do you think will kick on? Do you think we'll come out with a little bit more urgency?
Hey, don't be deleting that. I saw you.
All right, just ignore me then, Steve.
What was the question, son?
I said, what do you predict for the second half? Do you think we'll come out with a little bit more energy? Do you think there'll be any changes? We haven't got Rashford on the bench. What do you see happening?
I want to see Donny van der Beek involved still. Because I think... Do you know what? Nothing's going to change in 15 minutes because Fulham started that game with tempo and energy. In the last 15 minutes, that was kind of gone.
Died out a little bit.
I don't know if they puffed themselves out after half an hour.
I think the Cavani goal might have took a little bit out.
Certainly, definitely did that. So I would say, let's say, give it another 15 minutes. probably weather the inevitable storm that's coming from them. Because they'll try and do a smash and grab first 15 minutes, get another early goal. If I'm Scott Parker, this is what I'm saying. We can get another early goal against these. They're rattled in the back line, put some high balls in, get in behind them, and that's you. But if I'm United, I'm saying 15 minutes. Let's try and hold our shape, 15 minutes, make some changes after 15 minutes. One of them's going to be Donny van der Beek. I think one of them needs to be Marcus Rashford for either Greenwood or
I know you're
Tony
not happy with
Marshall.
Martial at the moment.
No, I'm not digging him at the minute.
You know what it is? He's got that kind of persona on body language that when things aren't going well, it looks 10 times worse.
Might be right. I mean,
the issue.
Joe what summed it up for me in the first half was when he dummied a ball.
You're only going to mention that
just
because it involved Luke Shaw.
I'd have mentioned that
That's
if anyone,
why.
if it involved anyone. It involved Luke Shaw.
Yeah, it was because he dummied it for Luke Shaw, but Luke Shaw didn't know that he was on it.
Right, but Marshall, it's on Marshall still. If you're dummying a ball, you need to know someone's there. I didn't even mention Luke Shaw in that. That was all on Marshall for me.
It was, because you surely not told him. You just dummied it. And you see this pace it was coming at. How do you dummy a ball going at that speed? He's just not on it, is he?
We was having a discussion upstairs who we think the thickest player in the United squad is. And the most intelligent as well.
That's a good one for the comments.
Yeah, who do you think the most?
The most unintelligent United player.
Yeah. Not the worst player, like
the worst
it's
player.
a totally different thing. Please stop pronouncing him Marshall. Well, how's martial arts spelt, mate? How's martial law spelt?
I think everyone's gone for...
And
seen
who
a
do you
lot
think
of
is the
different ones.
most intelligent?
Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's got the most votes for being the stupidest. And Juan Mata's the cleverest.
One man's an interesting one.
Yeah, Juan Mata's a good one, actually.
We didn't consider him because we was talking about the 11 that were playing, weren't we?
Yeah, we were. Juan Mata.
Didn't consider him. Rojo
Genius.
might be a hell of a shout, you know.
For being the dumbest? Oh, shit. That's why he grunts and doesn't speak.
Guy couldn't make toast.
So he's scary and dumb. That's a very bad combination.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I took people out so much.
Yeah.
Kind of miss him, though, just for the... Remember the centre-back pairing of Rojo and Baye?
All the hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
All the hot sauce. Yeah.
I'm not panicking, but
like Twitter and all those.
No, it just,
why everyone just panics so quickly these days.
It's just grinding my gears with VAR still from before. You don't want it to. Something could happen like that. It just grinds your gears. There's no enjoyment this season.
I think
that's it. There's no enjoyment. Okay, we've got football, but there's no enjoyment.
I think it's just I don't know how to. I think that's just one of those things that people that
every
I don't know how to
weekend.
explain. I just feel like it's a proper passion merchant thing to say. Oh, I'm not enjoying it no more. Like,
it's a passion killer.
Ultimately, when United concede and it's ruled out by VAR, we love it. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I understand VAR has fucked up a lot today, and I've been moaning about it myself. City were offside, and we should have had a penalty, and all that. But I just feel sometimes like football fans are just stupid. Man.
I was looking on Facebook before, like the City fans I know, where no mention of the VAR. You know what I mean?
They don't.
No mention of it.
Football fans are fickle in it. They don't.
Yeah.
It's like
we've done it.
I remember if we didn't have VAR right now, Andy, you'd be sitting here saying we should have VAR for things like that. People can get relegated over things like this, so it can cost people Champions League spots. We'd all be doing it. Do you know what I mean?
But
I just feel like
they've taken. This is what you want to talk around a table with a beer or in a pub when we get back. But there's no enjoyment there now. There's nothing there.
I think I wanted VAR before, and I think it was worth trying. It's
supposed to benefit
But
the
now
game.
we've seen it both ways. For me, I would prefer to go back before.
It's a passion killer.
For me, I would.
It's a passion killer.
I
You've
prefer
even
the
seen.
mistakes.
VAR isn't a problem.
I've seen players score last season in the FA Cup, and he won't score. I think it was Aguero gets part of L. He didn't celebrate until 3 minutes on a looking at it.
First off, Aguero wouldn't celebrate a goal against Port Vale anyway. But
it's not the point. It's the celebration.
But at the end of the day, you can still celebrate. No one's stopping you. How many times did you used to celebrate goals and then you'd see the offside flag up? Do you know what I mean? No one's saying
No, but
offside's killing the game.
No, but now everyone's looking.
The difference it was.
Everyone's looking.
But when there's no VAR, everyone's complaining that there's no VAR.
Yeah, but we've seen it both ways now.
Yeah.
You like
I
VAR.
didn't. I don't like VAR. I never wanted VAR.
Right.
Because
But now you
I
keep
feel
it.
it's not the game isn't the same at a grassroots level. Then is it? Because you don't have VAR at grassroots level.
I mean, you
but
don't
then
have it
people could
in the
argue
Championship.
goal decision technology, the same thing.
Yeah.
But goal decision technology is factual, isn't it? Although you could say that, and Sheffield United will tell you to fuck off because of last season. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Go on.
The thing is, people love to moan. That's it. If we didn't have VAR right now, the complaint would be, oh, we need VAR. And it's all the same people on TalkSport, on Sky Sports, in fans, that for years were moaning that there was no VAR. And now VAR's here, you're moaning about VAR. VAR isn't the problem. Shall I tell you what the problem is? Shit English refs. It's that simple. They're looking at the same videos. They're looking at the videos and they're making the incorrect calls. VAR didn't say, oh, he's onside today. It showed everybody, it showed the world he's offside. The shit refs still made the wrong decision. So it's nothing to do with the technology. It's to do with the refs.
But when you say if we didn't have VAR, everyone would be saying we need VAR.
Yeah.
But that's only the case if we'd never had VAR. We've had it now, and now I think I'm in a better position to say I know what it was like before. I know what it's like with it. I would prefer it without it. I'm not saying go back to a world where it never existed.
You know when people's jobs are on the line and relegation and promotion and all that's on the line.
But what about if
they want VAR?
But what about if it was the last game of the season and you were an Aston Villa fan? Would you say that VAR saved anyone's job then, or that VAR's helped them?
It stopped us getting fucking Jack Grealish probably. But
what I mean is, I think the mistakes that are made
stopped Bournemouth staying up.
have
played Paul.
Go on.
Pogba. I think I remember what it was like before it. I remember wanting it or thinking we need to try this because referees are at the bottom of the list of clarity in terms of decision making. And now we've seen it.
Oh,
for
come
a year.
on. What was that, Marshall?
I preferred it before, and I would go back to not having it again, as it is in its current state anyway.
But I say it again, when we equalised, for a second we thought fucking VAR. Didn't we? It's a passion killer.
We're in double here. Thrown to United.
VAR isn't the problem anyway. It's the refs.
But even if the refs were really good, you'd still have to wait 30 seconds or so for decisions to be clarified before you could fully celebrate.
I liked VAR when it was at the World Cup. I thought that was what turned me around to saying, you know what, let's have VAR in the Premier League game.
Sorry.
Because I saw it in the Premier League and I thought,
yeah.
Sorry, in the World Cup, and I thought, that's good. I don't have a problem with VAR. I have a problem with the application of it.
Yeah.
And how it's used.
Goal line technology is the best thing, that's it.
The goal line technology is great because, as far as I can remember, there has literally been that one mistake with it. Other than that, it's worked pretty much faultlessly for 4 or 5 years now, isn't it? Martial in the box, outside the foot cross.
That was a good move by Pogba, Marshall, and Bruno up the left flank. Then
it was good. Corner to United. Looked dangerous from set pieces so far. Who's taking it? Probably Luke Shaw, isn't it? Which is mental that he takes free kicks and corners for us now.
It's weird, but
it's been good though. And that's another good one. That's another good one. Maguire wins it, but that was a much more difficult header, and he's headed it over the bar.
This has been practiced on a training ground.
Definitely, they're really good crosses there.
Well,
Around the penalty spot, that's
over.
difficult.
No,
that's much more difficult.
Luke Shaw putting it in the box.
That's a difficult header to try and win that. But again, good cross.
Just mistimed it. It hit his chest.
Maguire
or his
wins
shoulder,
it.
didn't it? It didn't hit his head.
We've got to win tonight. Oh, no. Name it and claim it. Well played, De Gea.
Coming out and winning it.
Oh, Luke. Oh, what you doing, Lukey boy?
Kept it.
Help him.
Bounced back up well there, only Luke.
It was clever, that was.
Yeah. Fucking Fred waiting for
He lost the ball. He lost his footing and he got his body between the ball and the man and made sure if the geezer got the ball, he was going to foul him. He was clever by Luke Shaw.
APC with a comment. Do you think refs should announce their decisions like they do in NFL? They do the similar thing in rugby union as well, don't they, where the refs have got a microphone and their decisions are sort of announced
you watch start a riot? Does the ref watch start a riot in the crowd?
But you don't see riots in NFL games or in rugby games.
You don't see a riot when a decision's wrong.
Do you think? Would you not have that?
That was one of the things that I liked
no,
about the NFL when I went to see it. Like, obviously, I'm super casual as an American football fan. But when I went to I've been to about 3-4 games, but because the referee speaks directly to the crowd almost, and they're mic'd up, you understand every step of the way.
Yeah.
Whoa!
But I'm not as big a fan to be able to say, that was the incorrect decision.
Oh, that's a chance for Fulham now.
That was the right, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Played the hair. God, what's going on there?
It's offside.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have counted anyway.
In theory, I think it does sound like a good idea. And one thing I've wanted from refs for a long time, even before VAR came in, was a bit more explanation as to what's gone into some of these decisions.
So you're telling me a ref in front of 75,000 fans is going to stand there on the pitch and say why he's not giving a penalty?
Well, they do it, but that's the thing. They do
They
that in
already
other
speak
sports.
on a microphone.
They do that in other sports.
Yeah,
They'll
I know,
say why
but
they haven't given a try.
You're not changing their job.
Why they haven't given
You're Americanising the game.
Oh, for fuck.
Fucking hell.
This is what I mean about football fans that just want to moan about football. Like, that's literally it. You can't win.
I know.
Because people are moaning now for refs to explain decisions, but if you do it, they're Americanising the game, according to Andy. Like, it's just... You would have been saying that like it's dumb. Like,
there's a little bit of technology that's only beneficial.
Need something to moan about. If they don't have something to moan about,
go on technology.
That's why they hate VAR.
Bruno, he wanted to have a shot. He just took a couple extra steps.
Man. If you're gonna shoot when you first think about it, rather than letting them block. Decision quicker.
Rather shoot than not look and shoot. Then you know you've got a chance. Expect the unexpected.
Ben Huddart says, who would be your first choice signing for United? Andy, you go first.
I don't know. I can't think of anybody. I'll have Grealish. Adam?
Jack Grealish all day, but we do need a DM more than anybody. So you're looking at Ndidi or a party or someone like that.
Grealish is the player I want, but if I was signing who I think we need, I'd go Ndidi as well.
Come on, patience.
Well done, Fred.
Play Bay.
Well done, Bay as well, yeah.
Go on, Pogba, go on.
Wide to Greenwood.
Good ball, Bayer, good ball. Skin him, Mace.
Right hand side, cuts onto his left, chips it in.
Good defender. Get up.
Go on.
Oh, what?
Luke Shaw.
He caught that. I don't know if he was going to go wide,
I think
but
he might have
caught
gone out
it.
for a throw in that.
Yeah, he caught it.
Yeah, it was good.
United getting a little, turning it up a bit.
I mean, if he did not been touched.
He looks like that Dillit, doesn't he? Fulham centre half. He looks like Dillit. I don't know what his name is.
I don't know what his name is either.
It's a Danish lad, isn't he?
Is it?
Oh, very lucky.
You lot are making me nervous, man. Fucking hell.
You seen it clear as day there.
He just got away with it, Maguire there. Underhit his pass slightly, but
just enough on the pass.
Fred to Bailly. He's playing it up to Wan-Bissaka. Back to Pogba. Pogba chips in on the swivel. Cavani. Bruno! Oh, my God!
Great save. It was offside.
Thank fuck for that. How did he miss that, though? You have to put that in the net, don't you?
Yeah, he's offside.
Cavani weren't.
No.
And Marshall weren't.
Well, that's the thing.
Should have put it in, though.
But if they weren't offside, he wouldn't have been able to get to it. Because Cavani, who was in line, was a yard off it.
Offside or not, you still got to put it in.
Yeah, he should have scored.
No, but Marshall could have got to that. But Bruno went to know he was offside.
Good ball in from Pogba.
Ian with a super chat.
Great ball in.
He says, I love having Andy on these watch-alongs. Does he think that Gascoigne would have been a success at United? And how would Fergie have handled him, do you think? That's from Ian, by the way.
Well, we was in for him at one point, wasn't it? And he signed for Tottenham. I think that's what he's alluding
to, yeah.
Yeah, he could have been... It could have been a god, Old Trafford.
Do you think?
Yeah. I think Fergie would have took him under his wing like he took a few of the players over the years. Lee Sharp, Ryan Giggs, Cantona. He would have protected him.
Mm.
Yeah, I think Gazza's decision to get that house for his parents, whilst the honourable one and a beautiful decision, probably the worst decision of his life. Because if you think about Now, of course, he may have had his issues still
It was
off the pitch.
It was the
but Fergie would have been
injury.
such a positive influence.
It was the
on him.
injury against Forest in the 91 Cup final that changed everything.
Yeah,
Let's
but
be
I
honest.
Well, I can't be honest about that because I'm not aware. But like in terms of him I think he would have been. He needed that guidance, didn't he? He needed that father figure, and obviously Fergie would have been that for him. So it is a shame.
That it would be what happened if Zidane had signed for United.
Yeah, because we had him offered as well, innit?
Yeah.
Fergie
Did we?
rejected him for about
I didn't even know
2-3
that.
million at the time.
I knew there's.
It was when he was coming from France.
Was it Marseille? Was that?
I remember Luis Figo.
can't remember.
Luis Figo got offered to Manchester City.
Did he?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Zidane would have been good.
poor.
I don't think there's any doubt he would have been incredible in the Premier League.
We had a chance.
You can never tell, though, innit?
Ronaldinho.
Imagine now, like Zidane.
We were all set for
United.
Ronaldinho, weren't we?
Yeah.
And it was signed, sealed, and
Imagine him.
yeah.
But imagine like we did get Zidane, but Zidane was now like a William Prunier type figure in our history. So we just laughed at him whenever we mentioned him. Like, oh, remember that? That Zidane bloke, that fucking idiot.
ZZ, fuck off. Like, yeah, he could easily just be like, Zinedine, what you on about? Piss off, mate. Like,
What club was he at
pretending
before
they couldn't
Madrid?
pronounce his
What
name.
club did he?
I was thinking then, before Madrid, he was at Juventus, wasn't he?
That's it.
But
yeah.
before that, I don't know where he went from in France. But the fact that
Shoulda
he did it in
known that.
Italy, the fact that he did it in Spain as well.
Might have been Marseille, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly who it was.
Is it?
Nah, he wasn't part of that Marseille team.
Was he part of that Juventus side that reached 3 Champions League finals?
I think he's there. I think he went there after that.
Bordeaux, sorry. Brian
Bordeaux,
reminded
that's
us
it.
in our comments.
There you go.
Thank you.
Zizou.
Go on, Bruno. Come on.
Fred.
Ah, Fred boy. What are you
that's a foul,
doing?
Poor ball there to
Really
Shaw.
awful, Paul.
Yeah, he started his career
Fred.
He's
at Cannes,
offside.
and then he went to Bordeaux.
98 World Cup, he was
Juventus
dynamite.
and Real.
Absolute
And the
dynamite.
2006
They shouldn't
World
have won
Cup.
that World Cup. That was a disgrace.
Why?
Sorry,
'Cause
1998.
Ronaldo got something happened to Ronaldo.
He had a
disgrace,
he had a
was it?
seizure
Yeah, it
or
was.
something
Brazil
the
should have
night
had
before
that
the
World
game.
Cup in the bag.
Ronaldo had a seizure the night before the match.
I used to, oh man, I was Ronaldo crazy. Like, when I say, like, when I was a kid, like, I wouldn't wear any shirt apart from United shirt. I wouldn't tell you another player was good if they didn't play for United, apart from R9. Like, he was
Where was he at when you
my
first?
hero.
Was it Barca?
So we used to
when you
watch,
first got into it?
so Barcelona.
PSV before that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was at PSV, but I watched him at Barcelona more, and then when he went to Italy, and we used to get Football Italia and Gazzetta and all that.
Him in that blue
Inter.
and grey Inter kit.
Oh,
It's like,
Pirelli one.
Oh,
That grey one, 97.
Yeah,
I had that
yeah, the
kit.
grey
Oh,
one.
that was
Not blue
so
and grey,
nice.
grey. Yeah.
They won it that
Such a
season,
good
I
kit.
think. Inter won the UEFA Cup that season with it. If memory serves
And
me.
Lazio had a good team at one point under Sven. They had Veron.
Who was the last
and
team to win the
Crespo.
Cup Winners' Cup?
I don't know.
Lazio.
Okay, because they beat us in the Super Cup, didn't they?
Yeah.
After we won the treble.
Lazio last one in 98.
So that was
Winners' Cup.
98, and then they played us in the Super Cup.
Yeah.
And they beat us
99.
1-0, didn't they?
Yeah.
Was it Salas that scored?
Yeah. Then we lost to Petersburg, didn't we?
Was that? Yeah.
Yeah, 2008.
Pogba. We've not really made many chances second half, have we, United? No real chances for either.
We're coming
team.
up to 60 minutes now.
Yeah.
We've got to start
Put
upping the
something
tempo a
together
bit.
Yeah.
It may be a patient one again, but we've got to start dominating. We've got to start bossing it. Bruno, come on, lad.
You know, with 3 goes at it there almost, didn't he? 2 passes and a throw in. Bruno again on the left. Into Martial, that's nice. Luke Shaw stops.
What
his
is? I'm not going to say anything.
United trying to play it down the left-hand side there. Bruno into Martial. Martial flicked around the corner for Luke Shaw, who'd stopped his run.
Do you think Martial tries too hard sometimes?
I don't think he's trying too hard. I think he's trying to still do the simple. You see Rashford when he don't score?
Yeah.
He goes looking extra hard, and to a lot of people's frustrations at time, although he'll get a bit of luck out of it. Martial keeps playing, which probably doesn't give him the luck that he needs to get that goal, but he is lacking confidence at the moment. And quality more than confidence, I think, especially. It's a good play. Who got megged?
Played.
Was that Bruno?
No, it's Cavani, sir. I thought it was Bruno. Cavani tracking back there. Good block. Stopped a counter attack for
It's
Fulham.
not free kick,
Did
that
really
is
well.
it? No, it's not free kick. Right.
Did really
he's
well
just
there.
fuming at
Cavani.
everyone.
Yeah, he's fuming. He's entitled to be angry, Cavani. Why is it so slow?
I don't think it is. I don't know if I'm. I don't know. I just feel. I don't know if I just feel.
Oh, Paul,
confident.
no.
That's awful there.
That was slow. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
But
Play, Paul. Go on, Bruno. Come on.
Good. That's a
Oh,
booking
come
ref.
on.
That's a yellow card, man. Apparently, Ronaldo's got his 760th goal for his club and country, the most of any player in history.
Phenomenal.
I was thinking about
760
Phenomenal.
goals. What the fuck?
I was thinking about Ronnie the other day and like how lucky we were to be able to see him doing the things he did for Manchester United.
Yeah.
He is a phenomenal player.
That kid against Bolton
The
Wanderers.
most goals of any footballer in history. That is sensational, isn't it?
Imagine if we kept him.
What, until now? Imagine if we'd have kept him until now. He's 35 and
We'd be on like
he'd got
25 league
470
titles,
goals for United.
84 goals
6
for
European
Juventus.
Cups.
84 goals for Juventus.
In I think 105 games, something like that.
Phenomenal. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Phenomenal.
Someone said Adam's level-headed today. What's going on? Yeah, you're quite like tempered and
I won't be if we
calm.
draw this game.
At what minute? We're 62 minutes in now. Still plenty of time. What minute do you think you start shitting it?
I just got a feeling we're going to win today.
Just
so
getting the stats. He's got 5 for Lisbon, Ronaldo, 118 for Manchester United, 450 for
on,
Real
mate.
Madrid, 85 for Juve, and
Marsh-
102 for Portugal.
Martial.
Offside.
I missed that, sorry.
We are offside a lot, aren't we? Rashford was offside so
They
much.
did a
in
good
that.
line there, to be fair.
Yeah, he's off. Ooh,
He's off. He's
That back
miles
leg,
off.
that left leg of the
He
defender.
was miles off.
I think he was off.
So I'm glad that never went in, because if that went in and he got ruled out
He's
for offside,
He's wasted it.
Martial would have
Like
cried.
Maguire, he's wasted his perfect header against Burnley when he got ruled out.
He would have cried if that went in and he got ruled out.
Because now he's still got a good finish in him.
Go on.
Fred, that's a nice pass. That's a lovely... Oh, no, it's not a great pass, but he kept
Okay,
the ball.
okay,
Pogba.
it's efficient.
Yeah, it is. Wan-Bissaka. Out to Greenwood on the left. Come on. Chips it in. Oh, I thought Cavani was going to get that one. I thought it was going to be a corner. It's not. Pogba takes a touch.
Oh,
Go on,
poor
then.
Bill.
What a goal for Pogba with a fantastic goal there. Goes past two players and then his left foot. Left foot. Far corner. Fantastic finish. Fantastic finish.
Remember Ronaldo
It's
licked one in
getting
against
hot in
Portsmouth
here.
and did this?
Fucking that one a
Silvestri
goal.
ran behind him like this.
I love how it's him. I love how it's Pogba who's pulling us through this patch, by the way. I fucking love it.
No, but you two earlier were fucking sitting here crying about Bruno and Rashford being the only ones that do anything. I've been saying.
Brilliant goal. Goes past one or two. Just fucking hits it.
Oh,
Areola can't
it makes me do this Italian stuff like.
get rid of it. One of them.
Bellissimo. Italiano.
Is that mad? I don't know. If you did that in
Brilliant.
an Indian accent, I'd probably feel offended. So maybe you shouldn't do that.
Both white, I think, as far as
It's allowed.
just about.
Caucasian on Caucasian
Maybe
crime.
15 years time.
Keep this going, Reds. Come on.
But for now, I think we're good. Fantastic goal,
All these
and it's done with love anyway.
Where speak having ya.
He's been really good last few weeks, hasn't he?
Oh, beautiful. Come on, get another. Go on, Martial.
It's a good pass.
Fry him.
That was such a good pass because it looked like it weren't going to get there.
It went through about 5 different players that passed, didn't it?
Another one, please.
Bruno chips it in. Cavani!
Oh, great save.
Post.
No, it's a great
Great save.
This
Great cross.
Areola geezer's sick, man.
That
He used to play with Cavani,
been
didn't he?
done. Game out. What, PSG? Probably.
Areola played for PSG, right?
Yeah, he did.
Offside.
No, he's not. It's
He's
not.
offside.
It's not him who hit it.
Oh, sorry.
That's a
Great save.
header.
Great cross.
Greenwood
save.
was offside.
Yeah. Just needs to
at him,
head it down a bit
unfortunately.
more,
he needed
doesn't
it
he?
down. It was like
That'd have been
Martial's
fucking game
earlier.
over as well.
It was a perfect height for the keeper.
It's unfortunate. He's
Oh,
still
he's
a
on
PSG
loan.
player.
Okay.
That would have been it. That would have been game over. Gone from-
Areola went on loan to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was in the Keylor Navas deal, wasn't it?
Bruno.
Oh, come on, let's get another.
Should have went for that overlap.
Tons of
there.
loan moves, Areola. We've got a few super chats. Akshmeet Singh says, it's 3 a.m. here in India. Woke up to pee. Was stressing the score. Put the match on. Pogba scores. Now I can sleep in peace. 21 is coming. Absolutely sleeping.
Yeah, and the score's 2-1.
It's 2-1. I wouldn't be too peaceful
Bro,
asleep.
it's
But it's
2-1.
better than-
Tomorrow, the date is 21-1-21. 21-1, 21-1, 21-1, 21.
Fantastic. Darren Wilson says, does that make up for Pogba's miss against Liverpool? If we win the game...
No.
No.
Uh,
Ian.
Because he would have scored against Liverpool and scored again today, so...
Yeah, he'd have scored 2 today if he'd have scored against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Ian says, Graham Souness just topped himself, potentially.
Hopefully.
You're going to see those memes tonight, and it'll be Graham Souness. It'll say, that's a great goal from Pogba, but Paul Pogba should have done more there. That's what you'll see tonight. It's going to be hilarious. Rory Wolf says, Italian
Rory Wolf.
Tate is exactly what I'm a member for. Up the paddock. Yeah, that's what I'm here for as well. Cavani taking a knock to the shin there. Oh, imagine if that Cavani goal had gone in. 2 minutes, game done.
Yeah,
And
that's it
it's
now.
still
I want
tight.
a goal for one of...
Yeah.
Actually, Cavani's got a goal. I want a goal for Marshall now.
Yes.
And then, or Greenwood.
Yeah, I was going to say...
I forgot Greenwood.
Oh,
a brilliant Greenwood run.
Time,
pass it to
Luke.
Marshall.
Time.
Because I think Greenwood...
Oh, play Martial. Fucking hell,
It's
ref.
a yellow card. I think Greenwood just needs good performances. Martial needs goals because...
I don't think Martial's been playing particularly
well,
badly.
no, that's what I'm saying. Martial doesn't really need the performances because he's been quite good.
You see
But
skill
You know
like
what's
that.
annoying
does.
now? You know what's annoying for Martial at the moment because he's not scoring. Even though he's playing on the left, you're still going to be judged for your goals. Even though Cavani's playing through the middle, people are still going to be talking about, have you scored yet? And that's because you got Marcus waiting in the wings.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Which I think is great for us
Yeah.
in terms of the competition in the team. You need it.
Yeah, definitely. The fact, like, we've left Martial out, Rashford out today.
And I hope,
and-
you see how we're 2-1 up now?
Yeah.
Don't bring him on, bro.
No, don't bring
Like,
him on.
what's the point in that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Unless we went 2-2, then okay, I get it. But
That was Paul
my
Pogba's
stuff there,
first
bro. What
goal
you doing?
from outside the box.
Don't
with
be
his left
silly.
foot
Don't be silly.
in 5 years.
What?
That's a long time.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Andy.
You know with this back
Yeah, but
foot
you're
is
making me nervous, bro.
a fucking house. Or deal
That's
with
a
it.
booking.
That's not a foul.
I thought it was a booking.
Oh.
Fulham on the ball. Eric
See him
Bailly
out.
one on
See him
one.
out. See him out.
Well done.
Eric
Yeah.
Bailly's
Played
not
by
only
a-
going to see him out, he's going to fuck him up at the same time.
Well done,
There's
Eric.
a foul. Ref, come back, you fat prick.
Lovely.
Now I'm more nervous.
Fuck off.
You know on FIFA when you catch it, and you know this is the angle.
It's in.
This is the angle.
You're like, you're coming
Can't
in,
do
you're
it.
coming in off the
I
inside.
can't
All I have
score.
to do, just hold it down. 2 bars of power. We got ourselves a goal here. Finesse that bad boy.
He did
in.
it. And after
Yeah.
he did the skill, it made his mind up.
You're like 4-star weak foot. We go for it.
Go on. Oh, I played. Oh, Luke Shaw's running today. He's not as...
I could never do that on Pro Evo.
It's not as... It's the right run, but it's not the right speed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fergal McClements with the super chat said a United goal was inevitable, didn't I, lads? Yeah, he wasn't even bothered. He wasn't
Me
worried.
and Fergal were chilling.
Yeah, exactly. He knew what we
Oh,
knew
this
we were going to
camera
score, and that
fella.
was it.
He looks like the type to give Harry Maguire a dreadful night. You know, like just muscle him.
Yeah.
That's when Maguire gets flustered.
Because he's like,
you know, when he knows someone's stronger than
yeah,
him.
because like, I'm meant to be the big one. Like, I'm not. He don't like coming up against another like bulky.
Like if
lad.
you're quicker than me, all right, cool.
Yeah, fine. I knew you'd be quicker than me. I didn't think you'd be fucking stronger than me. Fuck. Imagine. I tell you what would have been a great battle years ago. Maguire against a prime Diego Costa. I'd have liked to have seen that. Where Maguire's
Nah, he
just
would have
getting
bullied Maguire.
spun.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I think he would.
I don't think Maguire has the spuds for that battle.
Do you not? You might see a different.
Maybe
side
a
to him.
Maguire like at the end of this season after he's lifted the Premier League trophy.
Yeah,
and
when he's got a bit of
he's
gristle.
feeling himself.
Bit of gravitas about him. Yeah, that's what you want.
Go on, Freddie.
Drogba versus
Corner.
Maguire. That would have been a tough watch, I think.
Corner.
Corner. Yeah. Come on. Look, get another. Come on.
Yeah. Ollie there.
Starting to get a dry throat now. I'm starting to sweat. I'm shit. I'm getting nervous now. I'm not like I was against Burnley.
Yeah, you were all right before.
Yeah.
Calm, you saying. Zen. Peaceful.
I'm still pissed off about VAR today.
Bad boys, woosah, baby.
Big Bubba Chief, great name, said, this is the Fred we bought in 2018. He played in a pivot at Shakhtar. Him and Pogba have had the ball moving with purpose all night. I think Fred's been good. The only problem I've had with Fred is when he's been trying to play that final pass or trying to sort of... I just don't think he can do the intricate stuff quite as well. But when he's got Pogba next to him, he doesn't really need to do that. So I think he has been quite good. Donny for Bruno. People want Donny on. A lot of people asking for Donny in the comments. Would you bring Donny on, Adam?
No, because we...
Oh, go on.
Not at the moment, because we're running the game at the moment, but I wouldn't say bring on Donny. Not at the moment. Unless we were 3 or 4-1 up.
Would you?
Nah, I don't think...
I don't need to change anything.
I mean, I'm not against Donny coming on. He'd look after the ball. Pogba's on a booking, remember?
That's true. Good point.
Although
but if we went 3-1 up, yeah, I'd bring him on.
But I think that's the kind of thing you say when you're talking about a 17-year-old kid, not a fucking geezer that's been to the semi-finals of the Champions League and coming out against Fulham. With all due respect. But you know what I mean? Like, I'd get it if we were talking about Palestri or fucking Amad Diallo Traore.
Yeah, I'm not saying like give the lad a game like he's.
No,
like
I'm calm with
I'm
it.
saying like I think currently we look as dangerous as we've looked all game. I wouldn't disrupt that with bringing anyone on. Let alone, you know.
Oh yeah, I hear you,
no
but I
problem
think
against Van der Beek.
I think if you're looking to make a sub, Donny could be one of those, or Matic, that would just come in and settle everything.
Yeah.
Not that it needs to be settled, but in terms of he'd keep the ball ticking over. You got a big game against Liverpool on the weekend.
Yeah.
You don't know who's in Ollie's
done,
plans for
Bruno.
that. Could be Pogba, it could be, you know.
Shaw on the left hand side. Took a bit too long to get it in, didn't he? Let it run across him a couple extra
Tried
steps.
to lift it as well, fizz it.
Cavani looks fucking well pissed off every time the pass don't go to him in the box, doesn't he?
I want to see that.
Yeah.
I really want to see that.
Our chance creation in the box isn't great.
Not when you're playing against teams.
A lot
who
of it
sit
is
back.
like on the edge. It's like we would say with Bruno, he's just always on the edge. Here we go. Oh.
Back to Shaw.
Go on, give that Marshall.
Fucking hell, what was that? Wasted. Fucking wasted that. Fred, watch.
Fred
Right.
Wan-Bissaka like doing.
Fred!
You know that football tennis where you have to get it over a net? Playing 5-yard
Hey,
passes to each other.
loop.
Come on, hey! Oh, who's that? Their defender with a poor touch to start it off, but recovered well.
Who was that?
I don't know. Ball came up in the air, and his first touch was shit, almost like Cavani.
Played Maguire.
Yeah.
But now you've been caught
Good
out.
pass though, wasn't it, as well?
Loftus Cheeks in behind.
He is, and he's on it. Oh, it's a good
Great
save.
save.
From
Go
De
to
Gea.
him. Go to
It's
him.
a good save. Tete with the ball, and that's
Jesus Christ.
Loftus Cheek.
What did I say, bro?
Yeah.
I could just see it happening as Harry Maguire came out, won the ball went back to Fulham. So if you watch here, is it here?
No, it's before that.
So as it is, and then Loftus Cheek just drifted into the space that Maguire had occupied.
Good save, De Gea. Luke Shaw puts him off well as well.
We're lucky that wasn't the striker.
Yeah. He doesn't do much wrong, does he? Just can't find the corner quite, can he, Loftus Cheek?
You have to.
He's actually decent in front of goal, Loftus Cheek, but I mean, not quite good enough there. Come on, follow that up well. That's good from Fred there. Just couldn't keep it. That was good. We kicked the ball up. Fulham defender headed it out, and then Fred was nipping in between a couple of players to win it back, but then couldn't find anyone with the pass. But that's what he's good at, isn't it? See, now we're just sitting back a little bit here.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. This is like Leicester.
Hopefully this doesn't last good.
I don't want this like to be Leicester.
Unlucky. Martial almost winning the ball back in the opposition half. Track your man.
You've been warned. You've been warned.
Well done.
Good, Greenwood has to watch that there. You know.
he
I'll
does.
maybe even consider bringing Daniel James on for him.
Or change the shape and bring Van der Beek on for Greenwood. Play that diamond.
Yeah,
just to
because
solidify it in there.
You don't expect Greenwood to be overly concerned with who's running behind him.
Tracking his runs.
And just there, Lookman just nicked him behind him.
Yeah. and Bailly had to.
United can't settle for this. No.
Relax, Andy.
Stressed out.
There's them voices again.
Go on, De Gea. Take your time with that. Well done. Wan-Bissaka there, knocking it past his man. And almost stopping. See, he's got no pass on here. Come on, look. Who's he going to fucking pass it to? He's done really well there,
I don't think anyone
Wan-Bissaka.
expects to get... What the...
That's poor from Bruno.
That's
No,
awful.
what have you done? See it out!
He's won it back, Bruno.
But that was fucking...
Yeah.
Harry Maguire again?
What?
It's like he's...
That weren't Harry Maguire, bro.
I know, but he looked like
that
he
weren't
just
Harry
looked at
Maguire,
it.
bro.
I know. But it's...
Wan-Bissaka did well there as well because he had no pass on for ages and he just held it up, and then found Bruno. And it was just a shit pass from Bruno, but he won it back at least.
That wasn't Maguire's fault.
No, it wasn't Maguire's fault, but...
And he dropped off knowing that Bruno was coming.
And Bruno did well to win it back. Just that first touch was shite. That's better
Go
though.
on.
1-2 there. Who's that? Mason and Bruno. Bruno keeps it, puts it
Corner.
for a corner ball, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll do. Come on, Reds. We need to put this to bed now. Put this to bed. I think he's knackered.
Did he just look to Ollie and tell him?
I don't know. It was
Or
hard
was
to
he
tell
talking
where
to
he was
someone
looking.
else?
Yeah, I don't know. He went like that. He went like,
Let me take the
give it
corner.
a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was. Look.
Yeah, maybe.
But I don't like that whole the player decides thing. I believe your manager has to. Obviously, you consult your players. Are you okay? Are you feeling all that stuff? But at the same time, like I hate this. Oh well, Bruno doesn't want to be rested vibe because you're the manager. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you should make that decision.
Go on.
Fred
Go on.
chips it in.
Oh.
No, just that shit cross.
Seemed like it was one that they've been working on because that's the second
Yeah.
time Marshall's gone for the short. Then Shaw's come for the angled pass. It's gone
Yeah.
back to Fred.
They've
They're
not made a
always
sub
looking
yet.
for that
Fred's just not good at
diagonal
those sort of passes.
crosses.
They've not made a sub yet. I think it's
No.
time for a sub.
Yeah, they've just made theirs. Anguissa coming
Second,
off.
second one.
I think
Lamina.
we will make a sub or two, but I think it's because we'll see 8 or 9 on the weekend. You'll see Henderson, Lindelof, Twanzebe.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that, you know. Just a bit of that rotation. See McTominay, see Matic, see Tellez and all them lot. Yeah, because there's still good players in there. And Rashford presumably will play in that as well. Well done, Bailly. Well done, Pogba. Yeah, back to what you were saying about the player deciding. I agree with you.
I get it. You always have to ask them, but the decision...
It's not like you don't tell me whether you're playing or not. Obviously, you consult the player and hopefully a player will be honest about their physical.
Oh, I remember. Was
fitness.
a couple of years ago? The Chelsea keeper won't come off in the Carabao Cup final.
that wasn't a fitness thing, though. Was it?
I know that wasn't fitness.
He's talking
I'm
about whether
talking-
the players,
I'm not coming off.
Whether it's the manager or the
Because
player making the
they wanted to
decision.
bring him on for the the
Willy.
penalty shootout. Yeah.
Willy Caballero.
See that there? Look at the foul that Loftus-Cheek's just got there. Same two players as well. So much less of a foul than the penalty that wasn't given against Fred or for Fred.
I think this was a clear foul. But
you
I
think-
think both were clear
I
fouls.
think I think they're both fouls, but I just think quite a similar situation. One person stepping across the other, and the other one kicking their foot as they do it.
Away. Oh my word!
Did he miss that, Barry? I think he did.
Flicked it.
Did he flick it on? Yeah. Corner to Fulham.
The goal kick.
Yeah, maybe. It's hard
he
to tell
didn't
whether he
touch it.
touched that by.
He
isn't
moved
it?
his head back, which kind of makes it look like it did touch him, but maybe
What made me
it
think
didn't.
he did is because he was just walking around slowly. He wasn't going out. But that's because we've got two men in the box, like taking the short
Why
pass.
does this seem like forever ever?
Forever, ever.
Forever ever. Forever ever.
And just boots it out anyway, straight to a Fulham defender.
Do the roar.
Hold on. Go
Do
on.
the roar.
Go on, Aaron.
I want Marshall to do a roar. Fucking score. Do a score. Do a score.
That's it. Go on forward. Go on, Carvey. Go on.
Did you call him Harvey?
Carvey.
Carvey. Yo, if we win the league, we should name a Sunday roast. Fuck this traditional British
Toby
roast.
Cavani.
Yeah. Call him Carvey.
Toby Cavani.
Yeah. Toby Cavani.
Edinson Carver.
If we get 21, name that dish after that lad.
That's a corner.
Stepped
Eddie
on his bum as
Trooper.
well.
Eddie
Ouch.
Trooper says 666, which.
Lamine had a little stud up his bum then.
Is that a Iron Maiden reference? Let me know.
Is that 666
he said the
devil
pitch.
reference?
Yeah, but Eddie is the name of the Iron Maiden's character. Trooper is the name of.
Iron Maiden the band.
Yeah, they've got like a mascot kind of guy. Trooper is the name of. I think it's the name of the lead singer's beer. I might be wrong. Anyway, he said the pitch looks heavier than Adam's pal Corden. Do you think it does? I like it as a turn of phrase.
Scored!
Fred.
Fred nearly scored there.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Fuck off.
He said Fred.
Fred nearly hit the ball.
Oh, go on, Fred.
With his right foot.
Ref,
Oh,
he's been fouled 1,000,001 times.
Go on, Fred! Go on, Fred!
Go on, Fred! Go on, Fred! Come on, man. That's a fucking foul, ref.
Fucking Mortal Kombat, this, isn't it? Yeah.
Pushed him there.
Go on!
Pushed him once, and Fred's got up, batted it off him again. He's pushed him. That's a foul!
Two
hands in his back. You can't push someone like that. Fucking hell.
I think McTominay's coming on now. I've just seen him get in.
I'd get Paul off. Mabes. On a booking, you don't want Paul Pogba playing on a booking. In the last 7 minutes when we might sit in a bit.
Go on, go on, go on.
Oh.
Go on, Fred. Take him out.
Batter him, son.
Oh, no.
Shit, Mitrovic is gone. No, that's not Mitrovic. That's Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Close him down.
Mitrovic back
Luke
post.
Shaw, that's it.
Well done, Luke Shaw.
No.
Oh, Mitrovic.
Fuck you.
It over. No, it's not. It's Loftus-Cheek again. 15 yards out. Just smacks it over there. No one in front of him.
Is ET in the house?
I don't know. Look like it.
That's proper Chelsea stuff, that, innit?
Oh, and honestly, he hits it 50 yards over the bar.
There could have been one goal on top of that goal, on top of that goal, and two wide as well. Still would have been over.
Yeah.
These headphones.
Double substitution?
Fucking up my hair. Bruv,
sorry.
we've got to the 84th minute with Rashford having a rest.
6 minutes, he'll be fine.
No.
Yeah, McTominay's coming on and
No,
Rashford looks like he's coming on as well.
Cavani did just go down with a knock, though.
Yeah, and now he's sprinting about and then
Win it. Play direct.
Cavani's sprinting and limping about. Literally sprints to a player.
What is going on? Don't foul. Great block. To it, win it.
Poor
Did anyone else
Pogba
think Pogba
flying at
handballed it
people
there?
then. What was he doing then?
It looked like he.
But what was Pogba doing, bro?
Uh,
He absolutely just launched himself at him.
Does this hit Pogba's hand? Did that hit Pogba's hand before it went to
You
it?
mean as he went to kind of push Ruben Loftus-Cheek in it? I think even if it did, it can't be purpose.
Oh, no.
Martial for
coming off
McTominay.
for McTominay, yeah. Sorry, I didn't speak over you.
Sorry.
Rashford,
Rashford,
so
I
Rashford
guess
on the
will be
left.
coming on for Greenwood, you'd have thought.
So really, Rashford's probably come on for Marshall.
I think
The numbers have just been confused by the.
I think Rashford needs it.
Devesh Babu, getting your calls answered here. Get some subs on. What are we doing with Scott on the bench? This is the only complaint I have against Ole. Well, your complaint has been answered there. Scott McTominay literally coming on as you say that.
Oh, Marshall and
Ask
Greenwood
and you
off.
shall receive.
Yeah.
So it's a diamond, isn't it?
Going for the diamond, I think, with Cavani and Rashford up front. Kind of like what we suggested before, isn't it? Other than, well, instead of it being Van der Beek, it's McTominay coming on for one of the attackers. But yeah, last 5 minutes, Rashford's pace, bit of freshness off the bench. Makes sense to me, that one.
Yeah, straight swap.
Yeah. No reference to Cavani's knock there. I guess he's all right. You'd hope.
Well, he as you said, like just as I was saying it, he was running around again. So maybe he was just a sore one as he landed. It was when he got tackled. It was a fair tackle in the corner when we won that corner.
Oh! What are you doing, Bayer?
Oh, Eric.
What the fucking hell?
I
Hospital
think nothing was wrong with that, and you're shitting me up.
Oh, fuck off, man. You seen a pass?
It's your fault.
It's your high pitch.
Not Eric Bayer's fault. De Gea clearly dropped his arsehole as well.
I am kidding with Andy.
Jesus.
It looked like a short pass from Bayer. But then at the same time, if he fizzes it at De Gea.
Well, there's a middle ground though, isn't there? Just a comfortable pass that's easy to control.
It was like the other week when, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Bruno and Pogba, and they just kept, like, every pass was just fizzed into someone's toe. Oh, mate.
Pogba is...
Replay of Pogba's
how good
goal.
is it? I love it that it's him who's just, like, popping up.
You hate him, so you don't love it.
You've
What are you
literally
talking
made
about?
that up. You've made that up.
Someone else said it, not me.
No, and then you said because it's true.
Yeah.
Watch the first fan
People
cam I
don't
ever
lie.
did, mate. First fan cam I ever did
Was
was me defending Paul Pogba after we lost to City 2 years ago. I think he's.
And then you changed.
No, I've never changed. I love Paul Pogba.
You can keep saying it, no one believes you.
Well, you don't have to believe me.
Yes, Eric, he's had a shot.
I believe me. That's all that I care about.
Aaron. Yes, Aaron!
Go forward, go on.
Wan-Bissaka
Oh.
goes past a couple and then tackles his
He
way
got
to a goal
tackled
kick.
and tackled someone at the... He literally tackles crosses into the box. He tackles the ball when he crosses it.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Well, I suppose there is. Cavani's been given the man of the match from BT Sport. Andy, who's been your man of the match today?
I don't know.
Ask you at the end.
I think Bayer.
Yeah, he's been good.
Up to that little
Yeah.
mistake. Which
The only reason I wouldn't give it by is because I don't think any of the defenders have actually had that much to do. I think Pogba's been good. I think Fred's been good. I think
I'd say
Cavani's
Pogba,
been
you know.
good. Yeah.
Pogba.
Yeah.
I do think Cavani's played
Between
well,
Pogba and Cavani for me, I think.
not man of the match well. I don't even think Pogba's really played man of the match well. I don't
No.
think anyone has.
No, they haven't. I think Bruno looked good first half, but he's not really done anything second
But I'd
half.
give it to Pogba because the match winner.
Because of the goal.
But obviously, Cavani's goal is equally as important.
Yeah.
And it's so good. Like, imagine this was last season where if you have Martial out of form last season, you're fucked.
Yeah.
This season. Like, last season, there was like a few weeks when Martial didn't play well and we didn't play well.
Yeah.
Like, United were awful. And now our top goal scorer from last season, our players player of the year, is struggling, and we've got Cavani on the bench. Like, I don't think people realise how much of a luxury that is.
Yeah,
Not on the
exactly.
bench, sorry, obviously he started.
We had Rashford on the bench tonight.
Yeah,
We've had
yeah.
Cavani on the bench a few times.
That was a foul. That was a foul. That
Pushed
was
him
a
off the
foul.
pitch there.
take him out. Played
Played
Luke.
Luke
Well done.
returned the favour there.
He's been quite good as well, Luke Shaw, but again, not stand out enough to be man of the match, I don't think. He's not really done that much.
Foul throw, that ref.
He's just played pretty solidly and done well.
Go on, Cavani.
Ran hard.
Get up. you
Handball.
fucking cunt.
Foul. Oh, no. It's a free kick for Fulham.
Yeah.
Ball moving, ref.
Yeah, a lot of people saying Cavani. Get your man of the matches in the comments. Pogba or Cavani. Pogba man of the match. A lot of people saying those two. I think
Bruno's
those
been
two have
better
the best.
today as well.
Yeah, he has. Oh, that's poor. Jesse Lingard.
Is this
Comments.
what you've got to
They
go
said,
through?
Ollie, let me stay home tonight to play Warzone.
Is this what you got to go through to be champions?
Potentially.
Nerve-wracking.
It didn't used to feel like this, did it?
No.
Being top of the league and that. Yeah, people
it's so
saying
open
Fred,
now.
Pogba. People saying Pogba easy. Yeah, a lot of people saying Paul Pogba. Areola
I
says
agree
Connor
on that.
Fitzpatrick. Donny hasn't put a foot wrong. Couldn't agree more, Dora.
Go on.
Someone said Rashford man of the match. What are you doing? Keep the ball faultless.
Keep it down there. Keep it down. Oh, play Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka, quick feet.
Just have a go.
Shoot, son. Pretend you're in Newcastle. Oh, that was
Yeah.
very... Rashford, that looked awful if you just saw Rashford just kick it into someone's heels.
Go on, Tommy.
But if you actually look at what he tried to do,
Yeah.
he saw Pogba's run just on the edge of everybody else as he was running onto it. I thought that was a pretty good ball. But
Tarish
unlucky.
Bhatia says, open your windows and look outside, lads. Maybe.
Lads, I got to hit the M-way. I'm
I
fucked.
think it's snowing like
In
a
Farmer,
bastard,
12
apparently.
inches of snow. In
Do I just need to go?
Farmer.
No, we'll check it after the game, but
We're going to have a snowball fight.
Lick your bum bum down
In Farmer. 12 inches of snow. Yeah.
Me lick your bum bum down. Andy don't like licking bum bum down, apparently.
we're seeing some footage of Old Trafford and the snow bouncing off what looks like a
Old Trafford.
Jay's head.
heavily lit pit.
Jay's head, that.
Yeah, they've got those like heat lamps on it, haven't they? So that the ground doesn't freeze, I think.
Is Jay upstairs?
Yes.
What's he doing?
3.5 minutes
Is he
to go.
watching us?
Bruno just
Me lick your bum bum down.
Someone's got stabbed down the lane. Lick your bum bum down.
Yes, Harry!
That's good. I
No
like
foul
it.
got given.
Nah.
That was before your time. That was my time, that. 91.
just fucking chisel a forearm across someone's jaw.
How was that not a foul, bro?
I like it.
I said yes, because like...
Go on, Cavani.
He just fouled him on purpose.
Bit of meat on it, wasn't there? Bit of meat on the bone for that one. Keep the ball.
Oh, great ball. Great ball.
That is an awful ball, Andy.
Is it?
Is it? He's fucking still got it.
Yeah, he's got it because he's ran after it.
What?
That's a shit ball.
What the fuck was that?
Oh my. Oh dear.
The only thing I can think of is Wan-Bissaka went to run and stopped his run, like we saw with Shaw earlier a few times. Apart from that, I can't explain what Rashford just did.
Time.
There was no one even close to that, was there?
The Wan-Bissaka was there, but I didn't see whether he had offered the run or...
Get it.
Lads, this is where you just start clamping guys, yeah?
Yeah, just stay
Take
on
him down.
Foul, tick the clock down, foul.
Stay on him.
To him.
Don't... Oh.
I'm nervous now. 2 minutes.
It'd just be our day for City to score that bollocks goal and then...
That's a good pass. That's a really good pass in the box. And it's a corner to Fulham.
Fucking hell.
that
Come on,
Wan-Bissaka?
Rex.
I don't know. Yeah, it was Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, fuck's sake.
He's well on. No doubt about that. Wan-Bissaka with a good block.
Oh, come on.
I fucking hate this.
Fucking hell.
Corner to Fulham.
Please don't concede, lads.
Get it away. Defend it.
It's in a good spot as
Well,
well.
Eddie.
Eric Bay.
Charge him down.
Go on, Fred. Press him.
To him.
Close him. Fucking hell.
Away.
Fucking 5 yards.
A ball.
5 yards.
To him.
We're sat right back now. In our own 18-yard box.
To him.
Header for a Fulham player.
Fucking hell.
God, Mitrovic had a free header.
Oh, and it fucking hit Eric Bay.
Ah.
I thought that had gone in.
I
thought that went
fuck,
in.
man.
Chill, Andy.
No, that nearly went in. That was that was 6 inches wide. It just hits Eric Bay on the hip and goes inches
Away.
wide.
Just fucking defend now.
Their goal is up. Got a tit.
Get it away. Play
Pogba.
Chase it now. Come on.
Go on, Marcus.
Press him, mate.
Oh, you got done.
Yeah. Shit. Marcus got done there. Chipping it up in the box.
Has the keeper
Claim
saved?
it.
No, he's gone back. Maguire wins the header there.
Played Maguire.
Pogba.
What?
Luke Shaw, one-on-one with his
Don't
man
be
in the
fouled.
box.
No foul, Pogba.
Yeah, well done. That's
I
a
just had
throw in.
Fellaini, Everton.
Yeah.
Oh,
Throw into Fulham, about 4 yards off the corner flag on the right side.
Pogba has that tendency in him. You know, remember when Fellaini would just walk in the box and kick someone?
Well, he did it against Arsenal, didn't he? Literally did it against Arsenal this season.
And then look like this.
That.
Remember when he handballed it once?
Bruno
Going
gets
on
subbed
it?
off for Matic.
Yeah, if you brought on Donny van der Beek, I would have
Okay.
looked to find Solskjaer, you know.
15
because that would have
seconds
been
to go.
disrespectful.
I really like Matic, you know.
I like him more recently.
He's
yeah,
he's
up.
got qualities that no one else in our
I met him
team's
as well,
got.
yeah, and he's such a nice guy.
Is he?
I spoke to him for a good 20 minutes. And
Good.
like, at the end, I was like, oh shit, I've been speaking to you for a long time. I'll have to let you go, yeah. And he was like, oh, it's cool and that. Like,
Really?
He
That's
didn't
good.
care that I was still talking to him.
That's good. Who's gone off again? Sorry, Bruno. Fair
Defend.
enough, innit? Don't need him on for the last 15 seconds. Get someone who's 6'4".
Is this a throw-in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Defend
Long
it. Defend
throw.
it. Defend it.
Oh,
Yes,
one
Addy!
by Maguire.
Come on, to him, Fred.
Ball across, and that's away by Matic.
Right, Fred,
get
whack
it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up.
Go
Go
on,
on,
Rash.
Rashford.
Just take it down.
This is a goal for you, shoot.
Rashford
Shoot.
one-on-one with the defender.
Oh, the
Keep the
keeper's
ball.
off
Keep the
flag.
ball. Keep the ball. Keep the ball.
Play
Well done.
Marcus.
Well
Played
done.
Rash.
Keep the ball.
Shoot, shit. Oh, no.
Matic. He keeps it as well.
Played
Back to
Tommy.
Rashford.
Oh,
Well done, boys.
Matic.
Well done, boys.
Just have a crack.
Well
Shoot.
done. Nah,
Ref's
keep
gonna
it.
blow the whistle in a
Keep
bit.
it. There you go.
The ref's going to blow the whistle.
That's full time in a second, boys. Well done, full time.
Hey, top of the
United.
league.
United.
Top of the league.
United are back at the top of the league.
Yes.
Andy, give me your first thoughts on that. How was the game?
First sloppy 5 minutes. But we just dominated from after the game.
Yeah.
They scored first, and it was onside.
Yep.
But we have dominated and pressed, and sometimes it takes a bit of magic, not fucking controversy, to win a game.
No. Yes, we were a bit unlucky, I think, in certain aspects as well. Carl Hagen with the super chat. Cavani is 100% man of the match. His work rate and defensive energy is really impressive. Should he be our permanent number 9? Adam, what do you think? Cavani, how was he today? Do you think he's making a stake that when Rashford's back, when everyone's fully fit, he has to start through the middle?
At the moment, Cavani is in our strongest
starting 11. The question was,
Yeah.
should he start every game?
Should he be our permanent number 9?
I don't think he can be.
Right.
I don't think physically he could be able to do that.
Yeah.
But I do think at the moment he has to be ahead of everybody else in that number 9 position. It's only fair.
The type of goal he scored as well. I think someone said it in a watch-along a couple of games ago. Said, when's the last time you can think of someone scoring a follow-up? Like someone pressing the goalkeeper, pressing defenders and tapping it in.
No,
We've seen him do that today, but you can't. Not recently. It's been quite uncommon.
I think there was one against Sheffield United. It's been,
Yeah,
it's
you
been
know the point.
picky
The point
trying to
is-
find something. But
Yeah.
look, he's a different kind of striker to what we have. Look, everyone's going to obviously talk about Martial being out of form. That's cool.
Yeah.
But when Martial plays in the number 9 position, he's different to Cavani anyway.
Yeah.
So you need those options. But whilst he's out of form, Cavani has to play. Rashford's on the left and whoever on the right. Obviously, if you're going to put Martial in the team, Rashford will go over on the right. But at the moment, it's good to have that competition. It's good to have a number of these players playing in that area because, like I said earlier, like if we were in this position last season with an out of form Martial, we'd be fucked.
What would we have done? We'd have had.
In fact, there were periods last season when we were fucked.
Yeah, when he was injured and
You think that little bit of luck wins you titles? That Bayer at the end.
Maybe,
It could be the-
potentially.
Could be the difference.
Yeah.
Because, like I say, we've said this before, the controversy of the previous game before, it's fucking the game up. But,
Really?
No, but that's
Really
tradition.
hung on that
No,
F there,
I
Andy.
know,
I like that. I like that.
I know, but the chance.
It's like a
that
kettle,
could be
you
the
know, a
difference.
steam kettle.
That's the difference. That could be the difference. That chance that goes in 2-2.
Yeah.
We could go on and win a league from that. I'm not saying we will, but that could be a difference.
Yeah, you need those.
Not fucking controversy.
Yes. If you look in the comments, the pinned comment is the match review. Click on that link there. We will be live in just a few minutes. Myself and Jay Motti. You look at that. Manchester United are top of the table once again. 2
Nice,
points
innit?
clear of Manchester City. They do have a game in hand, but
Gotta
we
win
had
it.
the pressure on tonight. We saw that Man City were a little bit lucky in their game, and United still managed to come through. Thank you at home for joining us again. Make sure you click on that link in the comments for the match review. Myself and Jay Motti will be here in just a few minutes.
1 sec. Tomorrow is 21-1-21.
Spooky.
Guess who's top of the league?
Spooky.
21 is coming.